4.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, we don't get a countdown. Okay.
Content.
No, it's just a really fast countdown. Hey there, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Alien Investigations, a channel dedicated to the X-Files Collectible Card Game. I'm Steven, and we are kicking off the 23rd playtest for the upcoming Fanmade Season 5 expansion code titled Resist or Serve. This is a fan-made expansion that I'm spearheading, and it's been about 2 years running, but we're getting pretty close to the end because this 175 card expansion is slated to wrap up playtesting at the end of this month, at the end of June. Yippee! I'm so glad to see that we're nearing the finish line with this one, but we just got at least a couple more playtests to do just to wrap up stress testing some of the few cards that have not had a chance to get stress tested in the previous 22 games. And so I've got two very seasoned X-Files CCG players with me for this 23rd playtest. Joining me here, just right off to the side here, is Dave Meyer from Illinois. And hey, Dave, you've been part of this playtesting process from the beginning. You've done I'd say close to a dozen, maybe, give or take.
Yeah, I've done quite a few.
Yeah, and so give me your thoughts on what you've seen of these cards thus far, and of course what you are looking at for this matchup in terms of agents or what you've put in your bureau deck.
Just a bunch of crazy stuff. I just took all the cards that you just decided to tell us that we should play test more, and I threw them in here, and I'm hoping for the best. So, but no, it's been a great set. I do like a lot of the new stuff that's in here. It goes outside the bounds of some of the normal cards, so it's kind of definitely interesting to see how we play them, because there are some new combos. Because that's why when I build these decks, I build them with existing cards to see how they will work with existing cards, because I think that's the best way to do that. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I didn't change much. I haven't changed much. I've kind of maybe flipped a few cards in and out based on what you wanted to have tested. But other than that, the deck is probably pretty solid to what I've had in the past. So I can't tell you who the agents are yet. That you'll have to see. You have to wait.
We'll get to that shortly. But first, let me introduce your opponent for this matchup. We have Nathan from Wisconsin who is joining us. And you can't see him, but trust us, he's there. And you Nathan, yep, you can hear him, but
it's all in the hands.
Exactly. Just watch the hands, as any good magician would encourage you. So, Nathan, you've done a few playtests yourself, including on your own channel, Chasing the Dragon. Tell us a little bit about the deck that you are bringing to this matchup and the team of agents, in broad strokes. Of course, you don't want to reveal too much for Dave just yet.
Well, I mean, you can see the hosting. So I'd say it's a safe bet. This is actually the same deck, and I know Dave has watched it, so this will not be a surprise.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't seen anything yet. I don't.
This is the same deck that I just played on my channel a couple days ago, because I'll be real honest, it takes a long time to build a deck, and
especially new ones. The season 5 ones, very difficult, because Yost's website works great for older cards. Awesome. I can build a deck in like an hour, just put in his stuff. But when you're dealing with cards that you're not familiar with and aren't in a visual format where I can just go, okay, this is a lot of this, this is a lot of this, this is a lot of this. You just can't. You're looking through a spreadsheet or a pile of cards. So
that's it. So I've been using, like Dave, kind of your list, Stephen, as a starting point. What cards have we not seen yet? What needs a little bit more refining, and going from there. So, this is going to be, I would say this deck is probably, 75% new cards, something like that, including some of your new season 4 stuff. So
I got a couple of season 4s in here too.
Yeah. So excellent. I thought we should get those into the grinder a little bit.
Yes, actually, I'm sorry, I misspoke. I didn't misspeak. We are wrapping up playtesting for season 5 at the end of this month, right? Or is it?
I thought so. I thought it was the end.
I think season 4 is releasing at the end of this month. Season 5 is like August. So
that's it.
which is good. You had me panicked for a second there because I have probably 2 or 3 more deck builds I want to play with on the season 5 front, including one that uses the expenditure cards. I would like to do a build that, and I attempted this before very, very unsuccessfully. So I'd like to give it another crack. But a deck that uses the abductee keyword.
Yeah.
You're going to see a little bit of in the trader mechanic in this deck from season. That was season 4, right? Or is that season 5? I can't remember.
There's one card in season 4 that references it, but you see it more in season 5. Yeah.
Okay. So this deck does, I'll say, dabble in the trader mechanic, but is not like a dedicated trader kind of deck. So I'd like to go full on, all gas, no brake on the trader thing and figure that out. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I want to build yet. But this deck, this is like a 120 card pile of stuff we have not used. So, I'm glad that during the last playtest game, we saw a psychotherapist get to the table. We saw a natural prowler used really, really effectively by John Yost to basically massacre my team. So that was entertaining, hopefully for everyone else, not for me so much. But yeah, so we had a pretty like adversary heavy game. I think last time we saw a lot of those cards. I think we checked off the box on your list, Stephen. For me, though, 1 time is not enough. I would like to see things get played 2, 3 times. Yeah. I really like to try to break stuff. So,
I agree.
Yeah. So hopefully we can break each other until we're both just kind of a shell of humanity, and it'll be 2 a.m. and we'll just be like, God,
no.
Well,
Stephen, you'll be hemorrhaging viewers left and right, and the subscription.
Well, hopefully, if you guys are left broken by the end of the playtest, I hope the cards aren't. But if they're not, then that's a testament to those cards, and that's what we're looking for. So again, for those of you tuning in, so I just want to make sure I correct myself earlier. I misspoke. So at the end of June is when we're going to be releasing the 2nd edition of the season 4 expansion, which will have 15 all new cards in there. And so if you have the 1st edition, great, you have the majority of the cards, but there's a small percentage, like 11.8% of the cards of this new edition will be different. Plus, there will be an additional promo. Marita Covarrubias UN let me say it one more time. There'll be an additional promo. Marita Covarrubias UN representative, which Nathan is holding up right now. Excellent. Brand new, lovely agent promo card, which will be part of the 2nd edition of season 4. There's a lot of other merchandise that we're going to be bringing out with the season 4 expansion, 2nd edition, non-essential merch, but some really cool stuff. And I think I'll be doing an episode in the near future where we get to unveil a little bit of that, because Guillaume has most of those prototypes already printed in hand, so he'll be able to show them off when we do that at probably like end of this month, early July. It's coming up pretty soon, so stay tuned for dates on that. So again, correction, the season 5 playtesting will continue through the summer, and we're going to wrap it up, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of August. Yes? Is that right,
yes,
Nathan?
And this is also a great opportunity to plug our Discord. If you are interested in getting involved in the playtesting, we are interested in having you. So, Stephen, I assume you'll post that in the description.
Oh, it already is.
Okay, wonderful. So you can check that out, and yeah, the more the merrier on the playtesting. All you need is basically a printer to print off the cards, and some sleeves to just sleeve them up. So.
Yes, indeed. We'd be happy that's good to mention, because this is not the last expansion that we are playtesting. We have probably close to a dozen other expansions. Actually, I can say safely, when you take in all the mini ones, we have over a dozen expansions in the works. And so we definitely need playtesters. So if you're interested in being a part of that, yes, as Nathan said, check out the Discord, get yourself a printer. It can be black and white. You can go black and white, or you can do color. Go nuts if you feel so inclined to do so. Because we have no shortage of expansions that we're planning to release, and for that reason, we need help. And on that note, I do want to thank all 10. I think there's about 10 people who have play tested this expansion this time around, which is amazing. You know, we only had 4 the first time we did this, and now we've got, you know, a double-digit number. So I'm very happy with everyone who took part in play testing these 22 games that have come before. And of course, I got to thank both of you for availing yourselves this Saturday night. And for Dave, I know I especially have to show my gratitude because 9:30, we're coming up on 10 o'clock. Actually, I know, you know, you just turned a year older, and I know old man Meyer, you know, that stamina just ain't what it used to be.
No. And I was outside doing
really
yard
raking
work
you
all
over
day.
the coals.
I know.
Hey,
I was
it's
doing
like
yard
every
work.
birthday comes around, you got to hear those old man jokes.
But you know what? I was doing yard work, listening to the Cubs win. You were doing what, Nathan?
I was watching the Brewers lose, I think is what you're going for there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah. All right.
Well, hey,
I went to the Brewer game, and
I know.
you know,
I love going to Brewers games. I've been to quite a few of them.
Yeah. Well, we don't love having you. I like to think that you and I can come together as an Illinois man and a Wisconsin man. I like to think we can come together over our shared hatred of the Cardinals.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We both hate the Cardinals.
Yeah.
However, we both unanimously hate each other's baseball teams and each other's football teams. So I don't know if there's anything good there other than us mutually hating.
We just don't talk sports. Let's stick to X-Files.
I'm okay talking baseball when we don't have the cameras going. But yes, let's talk more X-Files, specifically X-Files CCG. And
Sure.
so how this is going to play out is it's going to work just like a normal game of X-Files CCG, and it's going to end when either Dave or Nathan identifies their opponent's hidden X-File card. There's 41 possibilities to choose from. Dave, Nathan, you guys have already chosen your hidden X-File, and you got your checklist ready. You're all set to go. So I'm going to head backstage, and then you guys can decide which of you is going to go first, and have a great game.
All right. Thanks, Steven.
Don't give up, Phil. Hey, look at that. I'm looking just a talking head up here. This is pretty cool. I'll start throwing my guys. I'll put my guys out here too.
All right. I mean, you've seen the last episode. It's no surprise to you.
I did, but but if you saw my last episode, it shouldn't be any surprise either because it's the same stupid deck. It's the same deck because, of course, I've got the gunman. I got Kalika and I've got Kresge. And I did that just because I like the gunmen. I think they are a little broken. I know that we were discussing that a little bit, having an extra Frohickey, an extra. Actually, I want to make sure you can see those. Yeah, you can see them. Cool.
Yep.
Just want to make sure because they're the clear ones. Oh, he gets 3 tokens. Look at him go. He gets 3 tokens.
Meyer's got changed. Yeah.
Well, okay. I know he got changed. He's got 3. Now, that's the question I have on this is I have some of them that got changed. I do see. Let's see what Byers did. Byers change. I know he changed a little bit. Once per turn. Oh, once per turn. Okay, once per turn. So he's still a 1 guy. Okay, gotcha. That's fine. I like that better. But I'm still not a fan of him not being able to help himself. He has to help someone else at another site. Yeah, right. Kalika.
Cry more about it, Dave.
I know. No, I don't know. He gets shafted. He got shafted in the first one, and now he's even getting more shafted in now he's actually an agent. So, but yeah. So if you want here, okay. Now this is something that I always prefer to do. Would you like to draw your 7, and then I'll flip, and then we'll decide if you'd like to go first or second based on the cards you have, versus just random chance on, hey, I'll go, and then you get a handful of conspiracy cards, and you're like, well, what the hell?
Well, yeah. Okay, that sounds fine.
Okay, so just draw your 7, and then we'll flip the fill, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's fine.
2, 3.
My 7 are right here.
5, 6, 7. These are my weird 7. I'll put them in front there too. All right. So would you like Phil or would you like no Phil?
I would like Phil. I always like
Phil. You want Phil? Everybody always likes Phil. Let's go. It's Phil. All right. Oh, you get yourself a Phil, sir. You get yourself a
All
Phil.
right,
So
let's take a little
take a look at your
peek.
cards and see if you want to choose to go first or second.
A little peek. Oh, well. I'll go first.
All right, sounds good. So you got some good RP cards. That's always good to hear.
Well, I don't have not good RP cards.
Oh, that's right.
I'll put it that way. All right. So I will draw my freebie.
Yep, sounds good.
We'll generate res. So there's going to be 3 coming at me from. Oh yeah, I'll introduce my team here. We've got Marita Covarrubias.
Gotcha.
She her game effect is really immaterial here. She gets some bonuses when she's with 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, which
she's not.
Team. You all know Albert Hosteen, who can kind of manipulate your opponent's hand. This is another interesting card, Lucius Hartwell. And there is I don't remember if this is a promo or not, but there are 2 versions of this, basically, just as in the episode Bad Blood. There's a Mulder's point of view and a Scully's point of view. So this is the buck teeth Lucius Hartwell, who gets some bonuses to bureaucracy and occult investigation if he's with Mulder. He can also use a token to play a keyword occult card for free.
Oh boy.
And then, of course, there's the
always present Mulder. Always present Mulder.
With his promo, his serious promo look here.
Not as rockabilly ultra rare. Come on.
This is his deadpan stare Fox Mulder promo.
So when Fox Mulder was getting further out in years and he didn't really want to be typecast as Fox Mulder anymore, and that's why he left. Yeah,
and then he's like, I'm going to LA. All right, so I get 3 res from those guys, and I'm going to draw 2 cards from Mulder's
gotcha.
Mulder stuff here.
Hey David, how you doing?
Good to see you. And then let's see. Let's pass it over to you to buy and sell them.
Okay. As luck would have it, I have nothing I would like to buy nor sell. So you're free to do your stuff. Well, whatever you want to do, your requisition, your normal stuff. We want to Stevenify this game here, so you got to tell everybody what you're doing. What are you doing for your requisition phase?
We're not going to talk about requisition and healing. We're going to go straight to deployment. Bring our troops up to the field, and let's host you. Let's see what's so great about your hand, Dave. That you.
There's nothing really great. Okay, I've got one of the new cards, season 5. I got Summoned by the Stars. That's just an event that essentially says I can play it on an opposing agent in the field to change 1 keyword law or independent to abductee. This card is removed when the healing card is played on the afflicted agent.
I like that.
I've got myself Courage in a Bottle. Whoops, I'll send them your way so you can see them. Decrease all of the skill levels on one agent of your choice by 2 for this turn only. That agent's skills may not go below 0. Nice. I've got a Gnaw of the Vampire. He is the adversary that gets played all the time in this season 5 set.
Yeah.
And that is it as far as my conspiracy cards. And then I've got some sites. And I actually have a UFO conference, which you can't do anything about. Nice. But I got the UFO conference in there. But that's it. So which one would you like to? Which one of my crazy conspiracy cards would you like to put the hawks on?
What is the what is the bluff? Remind me again what that does.
That one's just basically it'll drop one agent's skill down by 2. So it costs 4, 3 face down, and it'll be decrease all of the skill levels on one agent of your choice by 2. All. So that's all your skill levels. So everything will go down to 0 if they're at 2s, including LRC and CRC.
All right, let me think.
At least if I'm, as long as this thing didn't change, I haven't looked at all the monster list of changes yet. So I do know if there's anything weird about it, he'll pop in, the little floating head will pop in and tell me if something's changed. But personally, if I was the person choosing this, Courage in the Bottle seems like the most dangerous game on this one. But
it does. It does. Because I can pretty easily. I mean, Noah the Vampire is what, an affiliation, I think.
It is a well, I don't know unless they changed it again, because I don't know. Let's see. Let's check.
Let me pull up the
list. I'm gonna
revised
pull
one.
up. Yeah, actually, I pulled up the revised one about the during your game. I watched about the Prowler, and mine is slightly off on that because mine didn't say anything about agents on my list. Which I really like the idea that he adds the agent, and that makes him worth the 7. Makes him worth the 7. No, I know the vampire is unaffected. Oh yeah, it does say affiliation. Originally he was.
I think before it was just anybody, right? You could.
Yeah, he was originally agent. So yeah, so it's an affiliation site. So unless you have an affiliation site floating around, you're not too worried about him. I would say leave him be. But I have to remember it's an affiliation site now, not just a random agent.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do the bluff.
Courage. Got it.
Yeah.
So courage has been blacklisted. Got it. Oh, his cost of yeah. I still got Vampire 6. He says 6. It just doesn't say affiliation on the on my card. So I will put that to the side and see what happens.
Very nice. So let's see here. I want to do something really cool, but I don't have the monies for it. I'm poor.
You're not poor. Look at all that resource you have there. They just all went to the office and got their paycheck.
Let's see. Oh man, decisions. Well, I guess for the purposes of this, Steven, your keywords on this are killing me. The keywords on these cards are just not quite right. I hold you responsible.
I do too. It's always Stephen's fault.
Well, for purposes of this, I am going to pay 1 during my case assignment. I'm going to play the Kazakhstan site, which is a alien investigation 5+ or observation 5+, method or result question.
All righty.
And I kind of know what you got in your hands, so
you do. But I'm going to play the summoned by the stars. Ooh.
So remind me what that does.
It just says I would place this card on an opposing agent in the field, which they are in the field, to change one keyword, law or independent, to abductee. That's all it does. It just makes you an abductee. So right now, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 is what? I mean, I think
everybody but Mulder is independent. Mulder is FBI.
Okay. Oh, and so he's not, yeah, so independent. All right. Well, hey, let's see what Sheriff Derp. Let's throw that on Sheriff Derp unless you want. So Sheriff Derp has now been abducted by aliens, or at least he thinks he has been. So that he is. I'm going to just keep that over here so I remember that somebody has been abducted by aliens.
Here, I'll write it on the back of this and put it under it. We'll
sure.
Yeah,
that's fair. I've never played with this card yet, so this is the first time the cards actually come up in the deck. So it is just changing the keyword.
Need a better pen for that. Hold on 1 second.
Now you can heal him. If you want to heal him, you can heal him and take that away. But he just has a story to tell. Look at his face. He looks like he's full of stories.
All right. Well, it only took one turn, but we're already writing on cards. So,
so yes, you have been summoned by the stars, Sheriff Derp.
He is an abductee.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And apparently it changed his just one.
Okay.
It's it's more than mummified corpse. I'm telling you, that one's sort of broken, but that's I think mummified corpse. It's definitely one of those cards that I would go. I think maybe it should be 2, maybe 3. It's not a bad one, but I think maybe 2, because then it would cost you 1 versus nothing, 0. Right. We haven't got there yet.
So let's see. So yeah, I'll any bluffs on that?
No, of course not.
Well, I got to give you the chance to throw down that
This is true. This is true because
you may just want to give me the question.
Well, yeah, no, because the fact is, unless I full on stop you, because right now, what's the? I actually, to be honest, I don't know what that site is. So what's the site and what was the prerequisites anyway? And
yep. So it's Alien Investigation 5+ or Observation 5+.
Okay.
Let's see. I think Alien Investigation is 8. What's up?
Yeah, you've got plenty of that. So even if I drop somebody down by 2, and that would be I have to succeed, stop you, and you're going to answer. You're going to ask it anyway. So I'd rather stop you and then not be. If I stop you and you can ask, well, big deal. I don't want to give you 2.
Right. So, yeah, I'm going to choose Alien Investigation for that.
There you go.
How appropriate that Marita is here.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm gonna. You got nothing.
I got nothing else.
Yeah.
You already know. Yeah.
Let's ask a. Oh, I don't know. I feel frisky today. Let's ask a method question. I could ask the boring old result death question. Sure.
You could. It may or may not help you. I don't know if it will.
But violence is an equally juicy question. So, is your method violence, Dave?
It is equally juicy and equally wrong.
You're too savvy a player to throw down the.
No, I
know. You're not a savvy player at all, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not. I am not. I am a devil may care, fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy that just throws caution to the wind every game he plays. Or is a very conservative player that waits and turtles up and makes you really work for things. Would you like to guess? Would you like to guess?
No, I think I'm going to keep my powder dry at this point in the game.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Turn 1. Steven would. He's that kind of guy, but not me.
Guessing right out of the gate like a crazy man.
The bat out of hell.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So no Swarm or Jersey Devil. You got to keep your lines real straight if this is your method.
Oh yeah.
Of checking your list.
Now, see, this is always mine. I know you can't really see mine. Is like I don't really kill everybody. I just kill the ones that I see, and then I just will go on the far end. Now, I don't know, for myself, I'm just tracking you. But for mine, if I do it on mine, it's always on the old man super paper. See, look, the old man super paper. Look at the size of this thing. I won't mess that up.
It's
although I have, it's an 8. It's an 8.5 by 11. It's not like a huge piece.
Unfortunately, you still have to read the icons on your X file.
Oh, I do. No, I have. Now here's a secret. Trade secret.
Oh God, you blew up every X file into an 8 by 10.
No. What I do is on the post, I put a post-it note on one of my side monitors with the stuff. So I don't have to look at the card. I don't have to look at the sheet and give myself away. If I look at the sheet in the wrong place, I can look over to the right and I'll see it. Yes, no, maybe so. That's it. And I also, this is my other thing. This is what I do for all of my decks. Make myself a little cheat sheet so I know what they do.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. There you go.
Because yes, especially when I have 8 standing decks right now. So, and this is the 9th.
But wait.
What do you have now?
Before the turn ends.
Oh no. What are you gonna do?
Wait a minute, where'd that card go? Oh, here it is.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna pay 4. This is I'm only playing this because I know Steven really, really wants to see it.
Oh, that's fair. All right.
The Soulbound Eternal.
Oh boy.
I'm going to attach this card to an agent in the field. I feel like episodically we should give this to Mulder.
Sure.
I can place any witnesses that modify skill checks under this card. No more than 3 cards may be under this card at any one time. And once per turn, I can play cards stored under this card for 1 RP less.
Okay.
Discard this resource and the cards under it when the card is negated or when the agent's health is reduced to 0.
Gotcha. You know what's always interesting about that, though, is I kind of wonder about it because Alien Experimentation is the only card that's going to be able to get rid of that. You pay the 4 to put it on there, and then you pay 1 less for 3. So you paid 4 to save 3 later on. Now, granted, you get to camp them under the card.
Right.
So you don't lose them out of your hand.
Right.
When you have to discard down to 7. So,
which I would have to do. So I played it, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
We're gonna throw 1 witness under there. I don't know if I have to show it to you.
I wouldn't think you would, because
I will have to show it to you when I play it.
Well, yeah, when you play it. But Men in Black, I don't think you just stuff bluffs under them, and I don't see that you have to show them. You just take them out when you play them. Yeah. It's the same card, really, isn't it? Man in Black and Men in Black,
more or less.
It's about the same.
So okay, and that's going to be my turn. I'm going to throw that under Mulder here.
All right, sounds good. I'm down to 6, so I am okay, and I guess I get to try to do something. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to draw my card. Take that card. All right. Speak of a devil when they appear. All right, I've got that, and then I do get 6 resources. So let's get myself 6 resources. Bring myself up to 11 with my magic beans here.
Nice hefty resource total.
Yeah, it's always nice. And let's see. I will buy 1, 2. Okay, that's gonna get probably chucked at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 7. I'm gonna throw a couple down. Yeah, let's buy 2 cards. See what happens. 2. All right, I have purchased my cards. Feel free. Sell and buy.
All right, for me, I'm going to be selling Michael Kreider.
No,
I don't care about you adversaries in your hand. I say that now, and then my team can get board wiped by something massive later on. And I'm good there. I think Mulder is
Alright.
kind of my draw engine, so we're gonna
Yeah.
let him do his work.
We're gonna try to let him do his work. We'll see what happens.
What does that mean?
Nothing at all. I'm just gonna hopefully not try to kill him. Okay, let's see. Now, once he dies, those little people fall off of him, right? All the little witnesses hanging off him.
No,
yeah.
Actually, it says the card is discarded if the agent's health is reduced to 0. Yeah.
There we go. All right, so I'll try to leave him alone for a while. All right, that's fine. All right. Well, here we go. They are no healing, of course. Requisition. Yeah, sure. I'm not requisitioning anything. Even if I'm play testing, I'm not going to change my ways. No. Deployment. Field. They're in the field right now. Watch. They're going to move into the field. They're in the field now. All of them. Then we'll move that up there. They're all in the field. Let's see what we want to do. Case assignment. Want to do some case assignment stuff. Actually, maybe not yet. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to play, before I do any case assignment stuff, I'm going to play my UFO conference. It says, I pay the 2, and by paying the 2, I attach it to an agent along with one resource. It says this resource may be used to pay for alien investigation cards, and if I replace it or I use it, it gets replaced every turn, which is nice. So you know what we're going to do here, Langley? We're going to give you a UFO conference, and we're going to give you a little bean on top of that. There we go. And strangely enough, I actually did get my extra crunchy evidence as well, which I don't know how that worked out, but I'm going to spend 2 on that. And then as attach this card to an agent along with one resource. This may be used to pay for evidence collection cards. And 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 looks like he needs a card. Where'd you give him that card?
Everyone has cards this game.
So
they're all getting cards.
You get a card. You get a card. We all get a card. Okay, so evidence collection and evidence collection on this one, and then UFO conference on this one for alien. So that lets him pay for alien. That lets him pay for extra for evidence collection. Cool. All right. Then we're gonna do this. Yep. Let's see. So now we're going to use their newly found cards or the newly found bonus stuff to pay for. We are going to put down Fairfax County, Virginia. For 1, it is an evidence collection, so I will use 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's bean for that. And then I will do.
Is it only cost 1?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's only computer 5 or evidence collection 5.
Okay.
And then I will put down Dead Horse, Alaska. That is an alien investigation 5 and evidence collection 5. But because it's alien, I will use little Langley's bean to put that down. So
very nice.
There we go. And okay. And that is what I could do. What would you like to do? Would you like to bluff any of those or?
No, I wouldn't. I'm going to make you make some decisions here.
Oh, that's fair. Let's see. So, well, I could do this. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna do some stuff. Hopefully not die.
Some stuff.
Let's see. So we got 7, don't we, over there?
CP?
Yeah.
There is. Count again, my friend. There is 8.
Oh, there is 8. I'm sorry, I missed one of those. it's being so late for these old man eyes, and the
Yeah.
alcohol's not helping at all.
That zombie dust will kick you in the pants.
Yeah, zombie dust is good though. Okay. Well, we are going to do this. We are gonna make we're gonna say, okay, we are going to send little Langley over here. He's gonna hang out all by his lonesome. And then we're gonna send everyone else over to that's fine, we'll do that. Yep. They're all gonna get in the Studebaker and drive on over there, run away from Doc Hopper. Oh wait, that's a different movie. So there we go. We've got little old Langley over here at computer 5, and we've got these guys over here at let's see. Do we want to make it that, or which one do we want to make it? Do we want to make alien investigation and drop down to do that prereq, or do we want to keep it with the evidence collection and evidence collection? Oh, they don't not have a ton of evidence collection. Nope, they're going to have to do that. Okay, we got Langley over here going to try his computer 5, and then we've got Dead Horse Alaska over here, which they're going to attempt to do alien investigation 4, which would allow them to ask manipulation of evidence as far as a result question. So we've got this one over here is a affiliation result. This one over here is a motive result. And you said you did not want to bluff anybody. So
no bluffs. Which one would you like to do first?
Well, let's see. Result. Well, that's actually probably beneficial. I am probably going to try to go to. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'm going to go to Fairfax County, Virginia first with Mr. Little Langley by himself.
Okay, and what's his? You're doing computer, you said?
He's got computer 4.
Okay, and it's a computer 5 site.
It is.
All right, so you have the ability to play cards first, Dave. You want to bump up that computer skill at all?
Well, no, not really. But I can remove the bean from Mr. Byers once per round to contribute an extra 1 at a site that he's not helping with.
Okay.
So that bumps it to 5. So I'm at 5 now.
All right. So I will spend 1 and play armed robbery.
Armed robbery? No.
Does your agent have a keyword weapon equipped?
He does not have a keyword weapon equipped. What are you going to do?
Then I would like to steal 3 RP and add it to my pool.
Well, I will say nay, because I just don't want you to steal my stuff and give you more things. I will say nay and use. Now, that's an early use of Langley's little thing. However, it doesn't hurt me. And you played a face up though, right? You played a face
up. Yep, it cost me 1.
Okay, good. You did pay for that. I will make sure before I did my craziness. Okay, cool. So what else would you like to do? Would you like to beat up Langley?
So tell me about Langley's keywords.
He is independent, believer, and a watchdog. He's also an agent.
All right. And remind me what this site is. It's a computer, and what are the questions?
Computer 5, evidence collection 5, and it's motive or results.
Okay. Just look up something here quick.
Sure. I do like the armed robbery, though. I think I have it in my deck as well.
What's the health of those lone gunman agents?
Lone gunman, health of 5 on Langley, health of 4 on Frohickey, 5. Oh, actually, unless you changed it, it's 5 on Byers. I think Byers was a let's see, I don't know.
They were all pretty ridiculous.
RP6, blah blah blah. Just looking at his stuff. Yeah, he's got health 5, health 5, health 4, health 5. Yep, their healths are healths. Yes, thank you. Just making sure. And then, of course, I've got Kaleka and Kresge over here doing their, well, nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to let this happen.
Yay! All right. So Langley's going to be able to do his computer 5 skill check with the help of Byers phoning it in from another site. Oh, boy. That skillful Byers. I'm so glad he has that ability. All right. I'm going to go with a result question at this point because it's not going to be the result question I'm going to try to ask over here. You know what we're going to do is we're going to ask let's see. What do we want to do? Result. That's not a bad one. We're going to ask, is your result physiological?
I don't know.
Well, let's see.
And it's so tiny too, Dave.
It is so tiny. Too
bad. Yeah, it is. You know what? It is physiological. This playtest game sucks already.
Hooray! You're down to 8. Look at me go. Well, clearly that next one will not be a good choice for me to go to. Okay, so you could be that. Wow, that was that was a quick one. Well, the only reason I went with that was it was another middle of the road, and I was figuring you weren't going to go violence or death. So, yeah. Well, all right. Well, whoops, physiological. So that's that. That's that. That puts me at. Oh no, you did not pick that one. Okay, let's see. There. Just making sure. Ooh, that just knocked a bunch of those off of there. Apparently, evolutionary has like only one physiological. Actually, so does government. Wow. What are the odds? Okay, making sure that so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Where am I missing one? Oh, there you are. Alien DNA. You're not going to sneak out of their alien DNA steroid program. You try to sneak away from me with that. I don't think so, sir. Okay. Yeah, I'm not guessing. This is too early. It's too early for guessing. That one's going to go into the trash.
Some of us might say that's a cowardly move.
Well, no, because once again, we're trying to test these things. We can't test them if we don't use them. Well, they're going to go there. They're there. Would you like to use your 7 resources to do some fighting? Because I can't withdraw them from the site and just say I don't want to investigate now because they are investigating, right?
They're committed.
They're committed. So yeah, so I don't want to take away the possibility of an event or the possibility of another weird armed robbery or another weird adversary that you might throw at me. I don't know.
Remind me what's going on at this site.
Affiliation and result. It's Alien Investigation 5, but I have Alien Investigation 4. And if I ask if it's manipulation of evidence, I can ask it for one less. So that's what I was planning on doing, is asking for one less. And it's it is an affiliation and a result site.
And who?
Oh, actually, to be honest, what's funny? Well, no, because I have to ask the manipulation of evidence. I can't ask the affiliation. I can't, even if the affiliation would be able to bump down, it doesn't. So never mind. I'm just talking on my ass. But go ahead.
And who is contributing to the alien investigation check there?
Right now it is Frohickey and Byers. And Kaleka is just standing around looking like all doe-eyed, and then Kresge is looking down, ready to get like murdered.
And what? So they're like 2 each for Frohickey.
Yeah, two apiece. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Are they Frohickey has some weird combat stuff, doesn't he?
He actually does. He's got 2 and 2, and then you've got 1 and 1. And then Kresge is throwing in another 2 and 2. So yeah, they got a total. Let's see. Yeah, they're not slouches. They got 6 and 6. It's not like they're gonna kill like major things, but the fact is they still can punch things. Kresge doesn't hurt.
Doesn't Byers have 2? He has one long range, 2 close range, right?
Unless they change that again. I don't know. I see 1 and 1. But then again, I have the original print.
I think he got bumped up on close range.
Oh, he did. Oh my goodness. Yes, look at him go with close range, getting up to 2. So yeah, he's actually he got bumped up. So yeah, that puts them at 7 then, as far as close range. So my close range went from 7 to 8 as a team, I believe.
No, it should be Kaleka's 1 and 1, right?
Kaleka's 1 and 1, but yeah, this is a team of, they have 7 close range. Now they have 6 long range and 7 close range. He was the one. Langley was 1 and 1. And I don't think he's changed.
Sure.
Yeah. So Byers I
am gonna pay 6.
No.
You know it. You love it. It is the gnaw of the vampire.
Oh boy. No.
I think he's just, if I've done my math right, I think he is going to survive for 2 close range rounds because he is unaffected by long range combat attacks.
No long range.
So he's going to survive that. He gets to pick 1 agent of my choice who is unable to participate in combat until the 2nd round of close range combat, which should drop your close range in the 1st round to 5, which he will survive by 1.
Yes.
So I think he's going to get off 2 close range combat rounds for a total of 6 damage. If I'm doing my math right, but let's run through.
So you do 3 and 3 and then do 6. Yeah. So yeah, and then they would kill him ultimately, but yeah, at least he would do whatever he needed to do.
Yeah. And so does that expenditure card go away when Frohickey?
That's the question I had. The question is whether or not if he would, or does he just drag it along with him like equipment, because equipment gets drugged to the hospital.
Yeah, because if he would lose that would be the choice here. Either way, you're losing two alien investigation. But if the card doesn't say it's gone when he gets to 0 health, I think it stays on.
Yeah, I would say like it seems like it's kind of like a training resource, just like equipment. Yeah. Because if it would be like training, it's like he's gone except it's instant training versus anything else. But yeah, okay, cool. So it sticks around. But if you were to kill him or send him to the hospital and he'd be sad, well, I guess that would be sad.
So let's do this. So we'll play it out. So long range, your agents are going to shoot blindly at my vampire, and nothing is going to hurt him.
That does suck.
He gets to pick one agent on your team that is incapacitated until the second round of close range combat.
Sure.
And we'll make that whoever has a 2 close range. Someone who has a 2 close range. I think that's everybody except Clay.
Everybody but Clay has 2 close range. Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just say, we'll say Kresge is incapacitated.
Sure. Okay, so Kresge is, oh no, he cannot assist in this case. Yeah. So
we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that first close range round. You're gonna pound my vampire for 5.
Yep.
I'm gonna get to deal 3, and we'll do it's gonna 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's got that negated event thing. That probably want to get. I want that to be in the hospital.
That's fair enough.
We'll do 3 on 𝐗-𝐷i𝐥e𝐬.
Oh no, 𝐗-𝐷i𝐥e𝐬's got 3 damage on him. What's he gonna do? Then they're gonna punch the crap out of this vampire.
Yeah, kid. Second round close range. The vampire is massacred with his 1 health left. He'll do his 3 also to 𝐗-𝐷i𝐥e𝐬.
Now, what is interesting about that though is that his buyers is still a 5 health, so he's got that. Wouldn't have been a bad sell to at least use all your bitey bites to knock him out. But no, because 𝐗-𝐷i𝐥e𝐬's going to heal 2 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. Okay. And the negated event, it's not nothing for taking that out for 2 turns.
All right, so now this is a very strange question. What I'm going to do is something very weird here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to see something here. Okay. I'm going to use one of Clayka's tokens to go get a card and see what happens. See if she gets, I get some magic witness off the top of this deck. That happens. Oh my God, a magic witness. No, it's not a magic witness. It's a garbage card, but I get to keep it for next round, which I'll be perfectly content with. They are not going to be able to do this site. They are sad, and Dead Horse Alaska, the sub sinks into the sea and leaves Mulder behind. So, that was my turn. And 1, 2, 3. Do I have anything else I want to do? I do not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am at 6 cards.
Well, you've really wrecked my my game here, but
no, it's
in
fine.
1 turn I've managed to take care of all of your lone gunman tokens. So.
Well, temporarily, but once per turn, Byers gets it back.
Oh, he died. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's the one change. He used to have 3, and then it says once per turn, Byers add 1 to a computer skill that is occurring at another site once per turn. So it's not officially a token. It's just I guess it's a token. It's kind of like Lamana's, but Lamana's just goes away. It's just. It doesn't say token, which is the weirdest thing. I think it should if you're going to do that.
I am anxious to play a lone gunman deck, but I agree with you. Yeah. They are just stacked.
Yeah, but they are. It's computer's good. They got evidence collection, but the problem is splitting them. Splitting them is problematic. They need to go together, which kind of makes a little sense.
Yeah. Dave, I can't hear your audio anymore. Is anyone else having that issue? Or is this just me? I can see you talking, but I can't hear you. Yep. No one can hear you. I appreciate that your mouth is still moving and you're still saying things, but we have no idea what they are.
Mute that. Come back here. Hello.
There we go.
It decided to mute me for some reason on the second channel. I have no idea.
The computer is tired of hearing you.
No, it says the browser was uncompatible or something like that. I'm like, I don't, you stupid thing. Okay, whatever. It's not like the first time I've done this. Okay, yeah, I'm at 6. So if you have any cards you got to dump, just let me know.
I don't have any moolah to dump anything right now. So
no, I didn't. No, just
I have 4 cards.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is my turn. I pass it on to you, sir.
Draw my freebie. We'll generate some res again. So it's going to be 3 going in the pool. Again, Mulder will be using his 2 to draw. I'm going to draw 2 more on top of that.
2 more.
Total of 4.
Gotcha.
Then,
get yourself up to 8. That's good.
Yep. We'll restock,
right.
And then I'm going to send it back to you to buy and sell.
All right. All right. I am going to sell. Sadly, I would like to have used this card, but I need CP right now. But I'm going to sell Lies Within Lies, which is one of the, I think it's one of the season 5 cards. Force an opponent player to reveal any bluff cards in their hand. If their opponent, I would have loved to have done it, at least for future rounds, but I do need the 3. I'm going to take the 3 and get myself up to 7. And from there, I will I will buy 1 card. 1 card. That's what I got. All right. Yep.
Okay.
That's what I can do. Oh, poor hosting without his token. What's he going to do now?
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay 1. I have no requisition or healing.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 1 to play a site. It is Amos Beach, Maine. You may recognize it from the episode Chinka. It is an occult investigation 5+ or observation 5+, and affiliation or method question.
Oh. All right. Well, I will choose to play some bluffs.
Sure.
Let us do this. I will play this one first, and I will play this one second. There we go. I've got, oops, actually, if I flip them, I will flip them in the way I wish to flip them. There we go.
Some stuff. So you're throwing some stuff at me.
I've got some plans. Let's see what happens.
Let's see. Yeah, send everybody. Let's do it.
All right, send them in. Send them in. The
so
first
it is.
one is,
I'm choosing.
Hold Sorry.
I am choosing. I think I'm choosing occult investigation for this. Let me make sure. 1, 2,
sure.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Versus, I think I got like 20 occult investigation here. For Hartwell is +1, so he has 2 occult. Yep. 4, 6, 9 total.
That's the one I wanted. That's the one I went from.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So, well,
all regardless. Right. So what you got? What you got there?
My first one is This Is Not Happening. I'm going to spend my 3 on that. Just Not Happening. And of course, an old school card, 1013. It says force an opponent to discard 3 cards from their hand at random. Would you like to take that, sir?
I will happily take a This Is Not Happening.
Sure. So dump 3. I would say just shuffle them, pull 3 at random, unless you want to make some magic, like put them on table and make me pick like some 3-card Monty stuff. I
I'm just giving him an old shuffle here, and should I take the top three?
Sure, why not?
All right. Let me continue to randomize a little bit.
Yeah. It's 3 random cards. I don't know if I'm going to randomly magically pick them out of your hand.
Oh, so. No, the odds are far greater that I'm going to screw myself much more than
I know.
you.
I like to let you sabotage yourself more than I like to hurt you.
And then we're gonna meld them together, and let's do number 1. Oh,
no Simon Gates. No Simon Gates. He's not
number
going to attack
2. Eric Holstein. I don't really care. Number 3 is Ceremony. That one hurts a little.
Yeah, no healing for you, and you can't sell that stuff. Shame on you.
Yeah, that one hurts a little.
All right. Okay, we got rid of 3 cards, but that's not too horrible.
All right.
But then I also have the Mummified Corpse, which actually is worth 2. I thought it was free. I thought it was a 1 when you played it last night. Did they change
it is
that?
a 1. Yeah.
Okay. It is a 1. I will double check that, and Steven can come in and pipe in like a little talking head and tell us. Let me do find, and let's do a mummified. I could have sworn it was free.
It's 1, so it's free. So it's free for you when played face down. You can attach it to an agent, and that agent will get damaged whenever I use anything other than my RP pool to pay for a card.
Yeah, I will. It really doesn't matter. You know what? Mulder has so much junk on him. Let's put some more stuff on him. Mulder, take my mummified corpse.
All right.
And of course, if it's still as red, it's attach this card to an agent in the site, agent at the site, which, he is. While the agent is in the field, actually, while he's in the field, interesting. So you could actually send him back to the bureau, and maybe it wouldn't hurt him. I don't know. While he's in the field, the owning player may only use their RP pool to pay for cards. This card is removed next time your opponent identifies one of your X-Files characteristics. So it's just sitting around, hanging out, mummy sitting on your shoulder, as they are wont to do.
It does not do those things anymore.
It doesn't. What does it do? Wait, it did that yesterday. It did that yesterday.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, sure it did.
No, it didn't. Listen.
I don't know. Okay.
The agent gets, I know you don't know. The agent gets 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Each time your opponent uses any, that says you can't pay for it.
Gotcha. Okay, I got you. Okay, yes. No, this what you played yesterday when you were using tokens from other people to pay for things like my UFO.
So Mulder, when he uses one of his tokens, he will take 1 damage each time he uses it.
If he uses his bill. Yeah. We had talked about that last night too.
Right.
We had kind of talked about that a little bit yesterday. Yes, okay, that's fair. So so I have the old mummified corpse. Old, new, potato. So all right. Yeah. So if you use your little beans on Sheriff Derp or Mulder, you take a ding on Mulder some more. Hooray.
That's right.
Okay. But other than that, you get to go. You get to go to the site and do your thing, and you get to ask this question because I don't have anything else I would like to do right now.
Yeah. And this is going to give me an affiliation or a method question.
It does.
Let me just do some rough math here.
I know what I'd do, but that's me.
Is your method subterfuge?
It is not subterfuge.
That was a good one. That knocked off like 10.
That's good. That's good.
Is that what you would have done?
No.
So what would you have done?
I don't know. I'm just messing with you. I wouldn't have done it. No, for me, subterfuge would have been the choice. Because you had already asked violence. Subterfuge is the next heavy hitter. I'm more of a middle ground guy at some point because a lot of people don't use those. So it's kind of weird. A lot of people won't take the low ball, but they'll kind of sit in the middle in that 7 or 8 range, but they don't want to go full on like if you look at this, like if we took result for a case, we're just doing method now, but if you did result, death is your high ball, which most people don't take that. But if you took insanity and then somebody just snipes you with insanity and just goes, all right, I'm going to guess because you picked a low ball, you're down to 6. That's kind of hurts. But you go middle ground. There's a nice little chunk. You've got physiological, you got abduction and manipulation, all sitting in that 6-7 range, or 7-8 range. So you're like, okay, well, that seems like a good. You got a 1 in 3 shot of hitting something if somebody was cautious, but not too cautious. So I don't know. Yeah, that's what So, but subterfuge. Yeah, subterfuge and those guys. Violence is usually the one that everybody asks first, just because it gets rid of so many.
Yeah,
but every once in a while,
I did, and I hit subterfuge, and I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm as happy as I can be with where I'm at without having gotten a yes answer.
That is true.
That's how I'll frame that.
All right, that sounds good. And I'm at 4 cards, so I can't, unless you have anything else to do before the end of your turn with your 3. You have 3 resources.
Yeah, and I'm at 5, so no, there's nothing else I'm going to do.
All righty, I'm at 4, so let's see what I can do. I'm going to take my card. Nope. Oh, get out of here. I can't believe it's that card. All right, I got that card. Let's do some resource generation. I've got 2. I've got 4. I've got 4 because you little bum, you're sitting in the hospital like a little lump on a frog. Okay, you're over there. Let's heal some. Oh, actually, I got to see if I want to buy some cards. Oops, actually, he gets his UFO bean back. Whoops. He gets his UFO conference bean back. Byers gets his little once per turn token back. Let's see, 1, 2. Okay, I will buy. Well, that'll work. I will buy 2 cards. 1, 2. All right, cool. You can sell and buy. Oh, yes, you're going to sell and buy.
Before I get rid of my site first.
Sure, you can do that. Or I can just keep it out there as a reminder of my poor cardsmanship.
I'm going to sell All Eyes Lead to the Truth for 2, Jeff Glazer for 3, and another Ames for 1.
That's fair. Look at you go with all that CP. What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. Let me just sit on it.
Cool.
That's it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit on it.
That's fair. Are you going to buy any?
No.
You're not? Oh, boo.
No relentless pursuit.
Yeah, no. I'm not a relentless pursuit guy. So it is Healy time. Guess who's healing too? Hey, little froicky. Get your healing button action here. Hey, guess what? Where they are? They're not going to requisition shit. They are going to continue to stay in the field. And I will do this. Yeah, might as well do that. I am going to. I am going to play Coastal Northwest Oregon for 2. However, UFO Conference will help me pay for a little bit of that. And that's going to go there. That's an Alien Investigation 4 and an affiliation question. Do I want to play anything else? Maybe I do. I do not. That is the one side I'm going to go to. Would you like to bluff it, sir?
So it's Alien Investigation 4.
Yep.
And what?
Affiliation. So if you had I have 4.
And you have 4. Okay. No bluffs on that.
All right. We are going to go to it. See what happens. See what happens.
Well, let's have some fun. I'm going to pay 7 since you have
sure.
Hickey incapacitated.
You do.
Pay my 7. Die Hand verletzt.
Oh, no. Say it ain't so.
It is so.
No,
You're good. No negate.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
Okay.
no.
All right. And
Hey, watch out! Watch out how you use that word negate. That'll confuse a lot of people.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody wants to hear about this word negate. Negate, that stirs up a lot of pots. It's
so give me a quick check of your close range and long range here.
Once again, long range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's what it is.
All right, 5 and 6.
5 and 6 at the moment.
Because I got a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna dump on you here. But let's see if we can get some Steven cards played.
Sure. Hey, while you're digging around, I'm gonna use the Kalek as a little card token to see if I can just magically whip myself up something cool. Yoink! Hey, look at that. All right. Go ahead.
Like I mean, Chinga's play would be fun, but that's not going to stop anyone. Because they just deal their own close range to themselves. So no one would go to the hospital from that. I mean, I think I got to drop the big bopper on you, Dave.
Sure.
Although, what's your agent's subterfuge skill?
Not a ton. 3 total across the board, and who has the highest?
And where's that coming from? Yeah.
2 of it is coming. So 1. 1 subterfuge. And I think that's coming. Yeah, which is strange because the lone gunmen are very subterfugey. They should you'd figure they'd have more, but yeah, he's it's Langley. Langley has the 1.
Okay. I would, I'd really like to do that to you, but sure. I think the Prince of Darkness is going to accomplish enough.
Oh, sure. Why not? Why not?
I'll choose because he's going to deal 6 long range and 6 close range. Your agents have to use their subterfuge skill if they have it. If they don't, it's 1. Okay. So I think he's going to get a long range, bop 1 of your agents, close range, bop 1 of your agents.
All right, that's fair.
Is how
that's fair.
Gonna work. So
let's see. Just out of that, I don't know if I added him. So let's see what happens here. Let's see, Control F and see what the Prince. Oh, second. Prince of Darkness. There we go. You use a subterfuge skill. Values LRC. Blah blah. Oh yes. Wow. 8. Or is he 8? He was 8, right?
He is 8, yeah, but he's free because of Die Hand.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, that's fair.
Beautiful.
Yeah, agents must. Yeah, no, that's I love Die Hand for that reason. Just for Dark Angel. See, and also it helps because you can use them for pretty much everybody. Because there's a ton of good Manitou. See, agents must be used for subterfuge skill. Blah blah blah. If an agent has no, their value is 1. Favors blah blah blah. If played at a site which the fallen ones, it says, it's free if that's still on the card, right? Right. This card is free if played at the site which of the fallen ones was successfully played. All right, cool. All right, so okay, we're gonna fight some. So we do throw 4 at him because nobody has subterfuge except for Langley. So they throw the 4, you throw the 6. I'm gonna assume it's going to be the lone gunmen that are going to go walking away.
Yeah, the 2 gunmen are going to get knocked around here.
All right, and then we've got 3 that goes for the additional at the end, and then you're going to probably, I'm assuming Byers is also going to go away.
Byers is the man. Boom.
There
Leaving you with 2 1-value agents.
Yay! Well, then again, you need all the help you can get at the moment. So, so killing my dudes, or at least sending them off. But a good thing is Frohickey comes out of the hopper soon. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 cards. I clearly can't do an alien investigation site with no alien investigation. So they're gonna be sad.
Well, Dave, it cost me everything. I have 1 card in hand.
There you go.
No CP. So I think this turn will be spent restocking.
That's fair.
So, all right, I will draw my freebie.
All right, sounds good.
Generate res, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, plus Mulder's 2, and I think I better just go on for a, because I can use Mulder's tokens to play a site. So I'm getting 2. I'm gonna draw 6. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. I am probably going to.
Are you don't have you're not gonna
red
tape me?
Oh no.
Okay.
Sorry, that's also a card that I very seldom play. Yeah. All right, I am just looking at my cards to see if there's anything I would like to get rid of at the moment, since I'm not going to need these for a little bit. Keeping 1 is probably helpful. All right. So you've done that. I'm gonna sell. Oh, did you bought your cards, right?
Yep, cards are bought.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna sell my icy cape and my University of Indiana, Bloomington, Indiana, for 3. So that's a total of 3. Give me 6. And what do I want to get? Well, that's a crap card. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get 2, 4, 5. Get myself to 7. I'm going to get 2 more.
Okay.
Yoink, yoink. All right. Well,
and,
this is.
How much CP do you have left?
I have 4.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. It's hiding behind my Dave. There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
So no requisition healing. I'm gonna I'll pop one of Mulder's tokens here.
Oh, take it. Punch.
Boom. Little point of damage there.
Take some damage, Mulder.
And I'll play Browning, Montana. It's an occult investigation and motive site.
All righty. Yeah, that's not what. Let's see, what do I want to do? Yeah, that's not going to be worth that. Sure. I will throw that 1 bluff out there. Hooray! It's a bluff.
We'll send the farm.
All right, send the farm and see this
so
garbage bluff.
Still a 9.
Yeah, it's still It's still Gnaw the Vampire. I didn't. Right. I was just sitting on top of a card I didn't need to keep. So you get to ask. I got nothing I want to throw at you.
Okay. And this is a motive question.
Motive.
So we have like 3 survival. We got a bunch of control here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 5 control. I'm not even really worried about security. So I'm sure that's what it is.
No comment.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're best off just sitting back and it's like 1, 2.
Let you like talk yourself out of things.
Yep. That's right. That's right. And ideology. What do we have? We got quite a few of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 of those. 5 control, 5 ideology. Yeah, and let's just go with where I was at. I'll ask, is your motive control, Dave?
My motive is not control. Let me go back to my little sheet here. I will see about that. Motive is not control. Number 3.
All right, so BJ Morrow's out.
Not control.
No Cecil Lively. Ooh, the big Augustus Cole. Ed Funch, that little weasel. .com, which I forget is an Alien episode.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Dave, eventually I'm going to get a yes answer.
Eventually.
Or I'm going to just lose the game.
Nah, we'll see. Because I have to heal all my guys. You have done damage. You have done damage to people.
That's the only saving grace. And I have 7 cards. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. Huzzah! All right, I'll draw my 1. Whoop. Oh, look at that.
No res for you.
I don't have any res, but I still have 7. I'm all right. I still have 6. I'm still okay on that. I'm going to keep that card because it might help me. No, it won't. But let us get. Let's see. That's 7. I don't want to. They're all pretty chunky. Okay, we're gonna probably just throw that one away. I'm gonna buy 1. Whoop. Hey, look at me go. Oh, that's not helpful either. All right, that's fine. I bought my 1. Go ahead and sell.
Dave, I've got nothing. This is a freebie for you if you can play something.
Oh yeah, maybe I can play something when I have absolutely no. So okay, I'm gonna go into healing.
Well, Frohickey comes out, so I mean
does.
You're cooking something here with 3 agents.
Frohickey's coming out, so Frohickey comes out. Okay. So here's a question on this. Well, it doesn't matter. He doesn't get that back. It has been passed. During the briefing time is when that stuff comes back. So you didn't get that back. This guy's done a 3. He's done the 3. So let's slide them over there. Let's see if there's something I can do. I've got the money. Nope. Yeah, unfortunately, because they're still hurt, so I can't. I got nothing I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8, so I'm debriefing. Get rid of that garbage courage in a bottle because, well, I'm not going to worry about it right now. And I'm down to 7.
Okay. And I also have 7.
All righty.
All right. Well, I will draw my freebie. Let's generate res. 3.
Yeah, I didn't want to draw too many. I was like, well, maybe I could have drawn more, but I'm like, I don't think it's helping me. I need to get back to the resource generation phase here.
And I'm going to add. Well, should I? No, I'll just draw Mulder's 2.
Okay.
I'll do.
All right. And while you do that, I am going to sell Metro Diner for 2. Because why not? Because it's a result question, and I already have a result question, and I have a result yes. So I'm not going to worry about that one.
There you
go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's just not. Let's see. I will buy 1. Ugh. Buy one. See what happens. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right.
All right.
All right. Your turn.
Let's get a list check here. All right. No healing requisition. I'll pay 1 direct case assignment to drop down. Let's go. Here you go, Stephen. We'll do Temple of the 7 Stars.
Yay.
In Tennessee. This is a observation or subterfuge 5+ motive or result type.
All right. Let's see. That's not helping. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to keep that for later. Well, it's going to pass. It's going to pass a stress test because I don't have anything to play for it.
Well, I'll send no bluffs, right?
That's no bluffs. No bluffs.
Send everybody there rocking an observation skill of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now.
Yeah, you get to ask it. I definitely don't have anything I can play. At least nothing I can play that I want to play. Because, like you said, what's the just one? I'm sorry. What's the keyword, the activator, or the keyword for that? What's kind of question?
It's motive and result. Are the two.
I don't have what I need. So yeah, you're good. Go ahead and ask away.
Well, I like to hear that. So I am going to choose a motive question. We're going to continue on with the same line we were on before. And this time I'll go with the ideology question.
Ideology? No, it's not. Sorry, it's not ideology.
Well, it's got Dave. Does your X-File even have a motive? I mean, for crying out loud.
Not yet. It doesn't. It's for no ideology. But look at you go with all these questions. There are so many questions.
So many wrong questions.
I know, but wrong questions still get you answers, man. I'd rather have many wrong questions. I mean, I got one right question. I haven't asked you another one. So there we go. There you go. You got 4 questions on me. There you go.
Mrs. Paddock. No ancestor spirits. No Dr. Banton. No cigarette smoking man. The big baddie himself has been fixed out. What I got you down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, okay. And now you get your agents back.
Mm-hmm.
He says. And I have 8? I have 9 cards in hand. Oh god. Sorry to break in the action here. I've got to look something up quick.
Sure. So you got a 1 in 10 if you decided to. Oh, you took the site away, so you're not going to guess. A 1 in 10?
No, I'm not. I'm not guessing. I think you've still got maybe 1 question left before you're comfortable guessing. So.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
What do you have? You have me down to what, like 5?
8.
Oh,
we're
8.
pretty close.
Okay.
You got a 10. Right. But if you got your 1 in 10 shot, you get the 1 in 10 shot, but that lets me drop a bunch because it's a motive or a method.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can't.
Yeah, you could if you really wanted.
No,
to.
I can't.
Yeah, sure you can.
I appreciate you trying to talk me into it, but no.
See, that's what I say about psychology. This is all mind gamey stuff. That's why I like this game, is because you can kind of just, it's like poker, because you can kind of just, can you prod and poke somebody to do something silly?
Oh man, there are just too many places to look up cards right now. I need to look up. I got to go to Yoast's site. I got to go to our spreadsheets. I got to go to.
Yeah, and my spreadsheet is slightly wrong. I found that the prowler on it, and I was like, oh no, I'm slightly wrong. Plus, I think Trepanning Operative, like on my last one, was like I wasn't able to play it because I didn't have enough resources, but I did have enough resources, and I felt bad because I was like, oh, I could have played that. That would have helped me, but he had dropped down in price.
What do I want to discard? I'll discard an illusionary foe for one.
Ah, there you go.
I'm not going to be able to play Prince of Darkness anytime soon.
Sure you can. Keep a set. What? Now wait a second. Why did you have two? I mean, granted, I guess maybe to push the potential that you could play it. If you have two of them in there, but yeah, you got 120 cards. Are you running it? I mean, you've run into cards that you needed, which is helpful. But have you run into like staple cards that you need?
Have it. Like, what do you mean? What kind of staple cards?
Just like negate, like any of the cards that like help you like try to stop like bluffs or events or.
Whatever. I don't play them in the playtest.
Oh, why? No, you should still play them. It's part.
I want to see stuff happen.
You can see stuff. We still discuss if stuff happens. It's like whether or not it doesn't have to. We don't not check it. It's just more of a. You're still playing with you want a deck to work. It's not just to see them magically work, because you got to see them work in a you don't work in a vacuum. You got to see them work
Yeah, I know. Actually, I'm gonna keep Prince of Darkness. I'm gonna discard this moral quagmire since you've still got the Frohickeys hanging around. We'll pitch that. But no, I don't I don't know.
Yeah,
you can just batter me around, Dave. Just slap me around. Do whatever you want with me.
Now that I know that they're not there, well, maybe. Okay.
I will say. Yeah. They are. I am playing one negate card.
Sure.
Leave it at that.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, we're done. I'm down to 7 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 as well. I'm good. All right. Let's get some resources now. Look at me go. I get 2. Woohoo! 2 resources. I got 1 card. Oh, that's not a card I want. Why is that card even in there? I don't know. It might still work. I don't know. I could. I will need to buy some extra cards because these are all bad. Oh, and here, briefy time. Whoop. Give me my bean for my evidence collection. All right. It's gonna work. Now it's gonna work. I will buy no cards. Feel free. Buy and sell. Oh no. Not Zansky. Oh, now you're silent if you're saying things.
Sorry, I was.
No problem.
The signed Charlie Toscani.
Toscani
from PhilFest.
From PhilFest. So many Phils.
Who was, by the way, he's an amazing. Had a great conversation with him.
Sure.
Not about X-Files, but about Indian boarding schools and how awful they were.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. They were basically trying to eradicate Indian culture, and it was a fascinating conversation. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and no draws for me.
No draws for you. You got your four resources. Okay, I'm going to heal some people. We're going to set you down to 1, Mr. Byers. We're going to send you down to 1, Mr. Langley, and we're going to bring you out because you cannot spend any more time in the hospital. We came off to a nice start and then just stumbled. So they're going to come out of the hospital. They're now in the field. Yeah, let's see what we got here. No. Yeah, I wasn't going to requisition anyway, so that's fine. What do I want to do? That'll work. All right. I will play. Let's see. That'll work. Yep, that'll work. I'm going to play my Museum of Natural History in Boston, Massachusetts. It is an evidence collection 4 and a method question. Because it's evidence collection, I will use one of his beans from Extra Crunchy Evidence, as well as the other one to pay for that. And I will also go to... No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play... Yep, that'll work. I'm going to play, this is Loudoun County, Virginia for 2. It is a computer 4, and it is a motive site. So I will pull them back into the field area so you can do your bluffing.
So what are the...
evidence collection 4 at the Museum of Natural History and a method site. And it's a computer 4 and a motive site for Loudoun County.
And who has evidence collection on your team?
Evidence collection is actually Kaleka and Frohickey and our Mr. Byers, and then nobody else does. Actually he does. Langley also has evidence collection. So all of them have evidence, and so the evidence collection is actually 7 amongst those 4 people.
And who's got the most?
Oh, who's got the most?
Yeah.
I think that is Frohickey, if I had to guess. Frohickey and Byers, or actually Frohickey, Byers, and Langley all have 2.
Let's see here. Thinking.
Sure.
One minute here.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
There's math involved, and things are hard everywhere.
I know. That usually is the case.
And you said the keywords on those sites were there's a motive and a method?
Yep. Motive, computer, method, evidence collection.
Okay. And they're both 4+ skill checks.
Yep, 4+ mono sites.
Yeah, again, I got nothing.
All right. Okay, well, let's do some splitting up here then. Because you got 4 still. That's not a ton, but I know there are evidency things out there, or there are eventy things out there. So we want an evidence collection. We want you at the evidence collection place. So we want you at the evidence collection place. And we want you at the evidence collection place. And then we want you over at computer. And we got you. You don't have any evidence. You're fairly useless, Kresge. We're going to send you over here with Langley to help out, just the off chance it could help. All right. This is the selection of agents that we have. We're of course going evidence collection. We're of course going computer. I am actually going to go to the motive site first. So I'm going to go to computer 4 motive site and see what happens.
All right. So you currently have how much computer there?
4.
And it's Langley has 4 himself.
Langley does have 4.
Now, you don't even need that buyer's token.
I don't, but I might. Had you done some crazy shenanigans?
No, I'm doing crazy shenanigans.
Oh no! Let's see what crazy shenanigans they are.
I don't think buyers is going to bail you out of it. I'm gonna Langley. It turns out is a communist.
No, say it ain't so.
Yeah, he is afflicted with the keyword traitor. He can only contribute to subterfuge and combat skill checks until this card is removed. And it is removed when the agent is part of a team that successfully investigates a site. So no computer skill for him.
Well, normally, if that bluff worked, there would be normally no. I've had that card already work on me, but it will not work on me today, sir. I cannot.
Langley, the communist calling card on Langley.
Yes, I feel that Langley needs to protect Langley from being a communist.
Man.
He would never be a pinko. And see, that's one of the little shiny ones. Look at that shiny one. That's an old 96 sign. Look at that.
You are a sick man.
I had
ask 2 questions.
Well, I get to ask 2. I'm going to ask
I've got nothing to stop you. You're going to get both these sites.
Well, and that's why it's like, hey, look at all these questions you've asked me. You've asked me so many questions. I need to ask more. So I'm going to ask a motive. Motive. Let's see. So we got a control. We got a knowledge, survival, knowledge, ideology. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what would bounce off that with those if I ask these there. Let's see. Okay. Well, problem is I think I got to gamble on here. Okay, so I think well, I got to go for, okay. The problem is that's going to be a yes at that point. So unless it's not, and I just go for the throat now, but
well, I'm just over here eating pretzels while you think about it.
Sure. All right, we're going to go. God, the motive was probably. I mean, it was kind of like I didn't do enough prep work to bump into it. Like I should have gone a little dip, but I think I know where you are. No, I think knowledge is the big boy. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna have to go motive. Is your motive knowledge?
My motive is not knowledge.
It is not knowledge. So I will go in not knowledge. That gets rid of that.
Knowledge looks like the book thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not that. Okay.
Yes.
I don't read cards anymore. I look for icons.
Oh, that's fair. Well, the good thing is I got rid of 3. So I'm down to 5. But the problem is on this one, it still could be wrong. Let's see. And so I'm going to take that way. I'm not going to gamble. I'm going to guess on that one. But we are going to go to the evidence collection. You said I have nothing to stop me. I am going to go to there, and I'm going to say, yes, I have evidence collection 4+. That's good. Yes, evidence collection 2, excellence 5. Just making sure. She gives an extra 1. Awesome. There they go. Okay, this is where it's going to be a problem. So I think you're going to be that, and that isn't. But it does eliminate 2, or it knocks you down to 2. So is your method manipulation? And I do not know what that is. I think that's the puppet strings, I think.
Well, not good for you. It is not manipulation.
Really? Actually,
Really?
that's great. That's there. That I had more manipulations than anything. That's why I was.
But do you guess? Are you guessing?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I do have some cards in my hand that I want to kind of try to play. So we'll see. It is not manipulation. So this is number 2. And this is number 3. So .com got dropped. And we already knew that was dropped. That was, okay, that's gone. No volcanic spore. Okay, so that puts you down to, that's still, I still got 1, 2, 1, 2. Hope it's not, no, it's not, we already knocked that out anyway, but that's okay. So yeah, so all right, so this is just, so those are the only 2. You are not those. That eliminates that completely. That still floats. Those are knowledges. No more governmentals. So those are all gone. Okay, and all the aliens are gone. Okay, so that puts you at there. You're still okay. So I got you down to two affiliations. I got you down to 3, but no, I still want to play. I still want to play these extra cards I got. So you're at 10. I'm not going to open the door on that. I'm not going to take a shot. You are still doing okay. I've still got resources to burn. I'm going to see what I can do about keeping you from doing what you need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cards. That ends my turn.
All right. Let's make something happen. Draw 1. We get some more red. A little bit more. Slowly but surely adding to our pool. And I'm going to draw Mulder's 2 plus 2. 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. I am going to sell my ambush. Look at me with an ambush.
Look at you.
Yeah. That's 2 for ambush. Do I want to get rid of anything else? No, I want to hang out of that one. All right, 2, 4, 6, 7. I will buy 1 card. Okay, that's not bad. All right, that's what I got. Feel free to do your stuff. Would you like to? Anybody want to heal?
Yeah. You've done so much damage to me this game.
Yeah, I have not drawn. Other than Gnaw, I have not drawn many adversaries that could work.
So let's do some stuff here. We're playing from behind a little bit. And we need to do some catching up. You sold and drew cards, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I only bought one, so I'm still at 6 now. Oh yeah, 6. You can see my 6.
All right, so I'm gonna do 2 sites.
Okay.
First,
ouch! 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 Ouch!
Yep.
Oh no!
Yep. Where's this whirly-gig here? There we go.
That's the second one, isn't it? Oh, you bought 2 sides. Oh, he's got 2. He's got 2.
He's got 2 on him. Yep.
I forgot you. I thought you were going to burn all of them from him, but I forgot that. I don't think you can. Well, yeah, you can do that. You wanted to. You can burn them all. Hurt him.
I'm gonna do coastal Northwest Oregon. There, I'm gonna pay 1 and do. Or is that the only one I'm going to do? These are good questions. Nah, we played a win here. We played a win. I'm going to do.
That's fair.
I'm going to do another Kazakhstan as the second site. So
Sure.
Kazakhstan is alien or observation 5, method or result. Alien observation, method or result.
Gotcha.
And coastal Northwest Oregon, a good, an oldie but a goodie, alien investigation 4 and affiliation.
Okay. All right. Well, actually, we're gonna bluff on coastal.
Coastal is bluffed. I don't know, Dave. I could really use that affiliation question.
You could. Affiliation is nice.
I'm going to send Mulder there. The other 3 are going here. That's what we're going to do. So let's do coastal Northwest Oregon first. Alien investigation. I've got 4. I need 4. Let's see the bluff.
The bluff is ad noctem, which is true bluff. It's a true bluff, unfortunately. So that's what we got there. All right, but I do have something else for you.
Yeah, I figured you did. Let's lay it on me.
You said that was alien investigation, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about abduction?
Ooh, read abduction to me.
Well, I'm going to spend the 6 on it regardless what I do, because you have 4 left, so you could potentially make this go away. Pick 1 agent in the team. That agent is placed 10 cards down, face up in the owning player's bureau deck. Any equipment the agent has is discarded. When the agent card reaches the top of the deck, the agent is immediately moved to the hospital undamaged. This card does not initiate combat.
That was, that last phrase is the rough one that really gets me on it. So Mulder abducted.
But now, of course, he's still. That's the question now. If he's injured now, he still goes into the pile injured, I assume. If I abducted
what does it say? What happens when he gets to the top?
It says he's undamaged, but the problem is does he magically heal in the deck? That's the thing, is I've never actually attacked someone who was already hurt, so I don't know. I would think that he would kind of still be hurt, but
why? Know. Okay, so because the card doesn't initiate combat, there's no possibility of damage from.
Oh, that's true. Okay, that's fair.
So I think he loses those tokens.
Because I guess it's difficult to keep the tokens on him and kind of juggle the numbers. If he's losing something now, if he loses equipment, does he lose the magic woman that's attached to him?
Well, I think so. That's a good question.
Because she was, quote unquote, like equipment. if she is a card that is attached to Mulder, does she fall away? Does she not get abducted? She gets left behind and sitting in the hole. But that's the question. That's I don't know.
So here's how I'm thinking of this. Mulder is, I mean, he's technically removed from the game at this point. He's put in my bureau deck. He's not in play. I think his health value, I think he's not in play, he has nothing. No skills, no health value. He's just So I am comfortable treating that as if his health is 0 while he's in the deck. And I think the card goes away.
Plus,
but I'm interested in hearing Steven's thought on that, actually.
No. They lose them. That's why that was the big caveat on that. They lose any equipment that they had.
Well, does Steven want to pop in and talk about that?
That's what he says.
Yeah.
Because you were using the equipment to justify her. If you turn that around and say, well, if equipment is lost, she should be lost as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think that I feel like any attached cards, except for like any cards that are like kept as like a reminder, like a training card serves as a reminder, so it's not really there. It's just as it's to help. So I would say it's probably lost with the abduction card. Would be my guess.
I don't even think you have to take the step of saying, oh, it's like equipment. I just think if they're not in the field of play, they have effectively no skills, no health rating, none of that stuff. So I think,
well, they're in the bureau deck, but I mean,
but it's not like
he can't do anything. He's a null. He's a null 0.
That's right.
He's just
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. They're not. Cards don't have, I think, those values until they're like on the field.
So
like
on the field,
So like if you've got agents in your deck, again, this card kind of assumes the agent is in play. So health is reduced to 0. Well, his health wasn't reduced to 0, but
actually your health has been reduced, set back to 5 magically.
Yeah, he's almost better. Yeah, he's better off.
You had to go and pick that agent for the abduction, didn't you, Dave?
And abduction does say specifically that they lose equipment cards.
Yeah.
Yes, it says any equipment the agent had is discarded. When the agent's card reaches the top of the deck, the agent immediately is moved to the hospital unharmed.
Yeah.
So
I think the look, and as a practical matter, in addition to the 0 health thing, it's how can we stack extra cards in the bureau?
That's the thing. Yeah,
you can.
I agree.
So it does, and the card is attached to a person. It's attached to Mulder, and if Mulder goes missing, she doesn't just hang out in the field.
Right.
I think she would disappear.
Although it is a soul-bound eternal, as long as he still has a soul.
Yeah. A good case,
but anyway, so we've got Mulder 10 cards down, and that's where.
All right, cool.
All right,
go hang on 10 cards down.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like what other events from commercial cards, like
Brother Martin.
Cards.
Brother Martin. Oh, Brother Martin sends you to the hospital.
No, I was thinking of like what other events are attached to agents in the commercial cards. Like what?
Well, there's training ultra rare ones, like Skinner chooses.
The ultra rare ones, but I think those, like some of those say. I don't think all of them do. I think some of them say place this card on as a reminder. I think, but not all of them do though.
Well, if the card is just put on as a reminder, I think they would retain the skill bonus.
They would retain. I feel like they would retain them in those cases. But I was trying to think of an instance where that's not the case and be like, okay, what is our procedure for that? But I'm drawing a blank on attached event cards beyond those ultra rare ones and beyond obviously training cards. To draw a consensus from it, but I'm sure I'll think of it later though.
So attached the sinus cavity implant, but that's a bluff. But still,
it doesn't even have resource, so
it doesn't. Weird. But which is weird. But that's the whole idea that we got that. That's how we got to the whole like Langley can't get.
What about those expenditure cards?
They're attached.
I was trying to think of something not from the. I was thinking of something commercially released, but Yeah, I can't think of any. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure I will, because again, I feel like that, because this abduction card is a premier premier card, so I feel like, yeah, by and large, it's like one of those larger questions that I guess.
Yeah, it's always one of my favorites. I always like the ones that like oubliette, abduction, Brother Martin, the stuff that can kind of bury you for a little bit.
Yeah.
I always like those cards.
Okay, so I have
why don't I just search Yost's site for attach?
I was going to do that, but I also it just occurred to me there's a couple of witnesses from Premier Truthers out there that attach to agents specifically. Dr. Diamond, Dr. Diamond attaches to an agent. I was about to say Samantha Mulder, but she's attached to a team, so it's different. But Dr. Diamond is attached to one agent. So what would we do then? It doesn't even say remove when the agent's health is 0. It just says increases the agent's behavioral by 1, and that's it. I would think it would be lost, but again, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like once again we're kind of that one. This is the time where we would have this discussion and go, okay, it's okay. Anything attached to somebody, I guess. I mean, I guess, did the alien let you keep the shotgun? No. Did the alien let you keep the training? Witness? No, probably not. I mean, now if you had already gone to like the extra crunchy evidence, I guess that's some sort of, what is that, training? What is that? I don't even know what that is. It's like, what is that deemed? How did he get that? I mean, it's like, did he go to class for it? How did he get it? It's like, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But like those, I would say that if I had to put him somewhere where I could not lay eyes on him, I think he loses it.
Okay.
Now, like you said, training is a reminder. It's a reminder that he's got these bonuses. If you attach something to it and a shotgun is attached to an agent, I think he might, if you abducted Frohike or Langley right now, I think both of them would lose the cards that they had. At least that's what I would do, if that's what I would rule if it was left up to me. Like, just more of a, okay, these cards, where do they go when they're gone? You can't attach them. You can't keep them on them. Well, I guess you could, but they would just both be down in the deck. But I don't know. I mean, but it's, once again, it's like one of those things. This is the game that it runs into. What would you make if you had to knee jerk shoot from the hip? What would you suggest? What would you say that happens right now?
Knee jerk would be it's discarded.
There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Rules. That's why.
There you go.
That's why I said, yeah, because that's in any tournament that you ran. It's like, did you want to sit and deep dive into it for 40 minutes while somebody's tournament game is ticking by?
Right.
So you kind of go like, hey, you know what? It just makes kind of sense to say it goes away. The reminders, I agree. The SWAT training, I got trained. I'm not forgetting that. They're not zapping that out of my brain. The crunchy evidence, whatever, he's got something. He's got the evidence. He went to the UFO count. I don't know. Those are weird, but still.
There's only, I was gonna say there's only really one. There's really only one card I could find as an example, and it's Mostel Sketches, but that's not a great example because it has equipment as a keyword. So it's like,
and no one knows what the hell it does.
And then that would have gotten negated anyway.
So so I'm like, I can't. There's nothing in there. So I got nothing.
Yeah, so it's because the new cards are the ones that are kind of blazing the trail on. Are they attached? Are they not? It's so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would probably say if they go away, how are they grabbing on to the things that they had? They had these cards attached to them. I don't know. I mean, but I would say they get to take it to the hospital. But if they get taken out of play, like into the deck, what do you do with it? How do you keep them? Like, as long as they're on the table, you can keep stuff on them, unless it says remove it. As soon as he goes in the deck, you're like, well, that's a different. He's out of play. He's gone. So yeah, I don't know, but that's what I would do. But you still get to go to the other site.
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth clarifying on this card? Do you think?
No, I mean, on that one, I don't know, because
it's like it's such a. I mean, for such a scenario,
it's such a small scenario.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it is one of those things where if you're going to say that like equipment, she's attached to that agent and he just kind of hangs around. If abduction gets rid of equipment and she kind of does what equipment does, I would like the transitive property says, okay, yeah, if this, then this, then this, then that. So
yeah.
we're taking it for you. The aliens want to make a long distance phone call. ET wants the phone home.
All right. Well, good choice. But again, yeah,
careful, David, so you don't wind up like the with like a "he is one" carved on your back or something like that.
But to Nathan's point, soul-bound, eternal, and this is more like a spiritual connection. So if you want to think in thematic terms from the show, I don't think being abducted would take that connection away.
But as if you look at the mechanics of the game, where does that card go? It's like if a card does it just sit randomly in the field? Yeah.
Not only that, but if it stays on, it has to take the bluffs that are under it with it. And so now you have face down cards in your bureau.
Yeah, the witnesses. Yeah, the witnesses. Yeah.
I mean, it's unworkable. It's unworkable.
Yeah,
and
it is.
And if well, yeah, I'll leave it at that. It's unworkable.
Yeah.
So
it goes. All right. I'll let you guys carry on. All right, sure. but good mental exercise.
So, all right, but you get to go to the other side unmolested because I don't have anything else for you.
Hey, all right. So this is a. So I'm doing. Did I declare what I'm doing on this one?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think
but
so.
But it's observation because observation is the only thing that I can satisfy here. Plus, I have 5.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, you got it.
Got a little frisky going to 2 sites. And this is what I get. So
that's okay. Mulder doesn't have to help. He's fine. You don't need those cards or that RP. That's fine. You're good.
All right. And so this is a method or result.
All right.
Quick look. Well, it's going to be method is your is your method possession.
It is not possession. Look at you go with all these questions. 5. Just 5 questions.
Break.
No, but that still does a lot of that does a lot of manipulating of everything here. So like because you're looking at that, you got in that first column. I mean, you knocked out a bunch.
Yeah, I've got you down to 5. I mean,
yeah,
or 5, 6, or something like that.
I think yeah. Let's see. So yeah, there's still some floating around on here. Oh, actually, I forgot to knock out that subterfuge from the prior ones. Possession. Well, yeah, but that's still a good one because you got bunch out. I mean, you could have gone with low balls, but no. There you go. Oh, and you already knocked violence off. I missed that too. There you go. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you got 5. That depends whether you think you can.
You've got me down to 3, I think.
I do have you down to 3, and I do not have. And you asked method, so I would be able to ask a method question, which would be pretty damaging.
Yeah.
But you could ask. I'm not going to stop you.
Just we're at the point in the game where we might just need a Hail Mary.
I don't know.
We're down pretty far in the 4th quarter. And the Packers have been there before and done it. I don't know about the Bears.
No, they've done it in the 4th.
We've started the digs. The football digs here. I have you at 6.
Okay. You have me at 6. So twice as many as I have you at. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so I think I might have. Wait, where's that other one? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I think I might have done it if it was 5. I'm not going to do it at 6.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
See what I'm looking at for cards here.
I'm down to 3. I've got 3
cards. 8 cards. You've got a frohickey on the table, so I'm going to get rid of a distrust.
Distrust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even used the little frohickey bean yet.
All right.
I got my 3. So I'm going to draw my 1 card, see what happens. Oh, look at that. That's not a bad card. Let's get some resources again. Look at me go. 2, 4, 6. 6 resources. Yoink. Yoink. 6. So I've got a total of 8 resources at the moment. I need, let's see. Yep, that's actually probably good. Oh, and the beans come back to the crunchy evidence and the UFO conference. Do I want to get anything else? That's going to go some there, do that. That's going to do that. Oh, you have nothing yet. Okay, cool. I'm in a okay spot. Okay, we are going to. Okay, we're gonna hang on that. Okay, I'm gonna buy 1 card. Hey, look at that. 1 card.
I'm going to sell the near-death experience that couldn't help out Fox Mulder last turn.
Oh, no.
And the Vancouver. Get myself 6 CP.
Oh, so many CP.
And that'll do it. No draws. Well, actually, maybe I should do a draw.
Good.
I'll draw 1. Help Mulder float to the top of the pile a little quicker.
Okay. Okay. I am going to, no healing, all that other fun stuff, no requisition. Deployment, still in the field. I am going to spend my 1 from the UFO conference for Farmington, New Mexico, for Alien Investigation 5, Computer 5. And that's going to be out there, as well as this one's an evidence collection. It's Newark, New Jersey. I'm going to spend 1 from there and 1 from there to do that. And that is a method question. Evidence collection and method. And we have an alien investigation computer and motive or method.
No bluffs.
No bluffs. Awesome. Okay, let's see how we want to do this. All right, let's do. All right, we are gonna. Okay, you guys are gonna hang out over here. You guys are gonna hang out over here. All right, let's see, which one do I want to go to first? Because you said no bluffs. All right. I am Another more method. That's a method I've already asked, so I don't want to go there. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna go to Newark. Newark. We're gonna go to Newark, and that's evidence collection 4, and it is a method question.
And what is the other site?
It is Farmington, New Mexico. It is Alien Investigation 5 or Computer 5.
And what are the questions on that one?
That one's motive or method.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Nothing on this site.
Okay, so I'm going to go to Newark. I'm saying hi, Newark. Newark is there. So nothing. So do we have anything else to? Because they have
you can ask your question.
Okay, so they have the four evidence collection that they need to do this, to ask a method question. Methods are pretty getting knocked down out of this. I have that is either going to be violence or it's threats or possession. Well, okay, that's not bad. All right. I don't think that's going to be it, but we don't know. The good thing is I could. Okay, so I am going to. All right, I do have a slight question. About buyers. And are you muted?
Oh, I'm here. What's up?
No, I'm listening.
No. Okay, so here's the question. So if Byers goes here, he's at Langley is at another site.
Mm-hmm.
He can still use his bean if he stops, right? Or I mean,
Byers can help Langley out.
Okay, cool.
Site. Yeah,
because I just want to make sure that he's not like, as long as he's at a site, he can help at another site.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you resolve Byers' site first, he can still help out.
I just want to make sure that
that's all.
Cool.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure. Cool. I just want to make sure that at another site he can help out, regardless of where he is in the field. Okay, cool. Method. Okay, cool. So I'm a method. All right. So either A, I'm not going to be able to ask that. I can ask another method anyway if I can get that. So it's either A, I get a yes answer right now and then it's done, or B, I get a no answer and I have to go to the other site and still fight. I am just going to knock out the one lonely little thing here and knock out an entire field. I'm going to ask, is your method violence?
Method is not violence.
It is not violence. So Mr. Hosty is gone away. No Hosty for me. No host. Well, I have got you down to 2, but I'm not going to guess because I'm going to attempt to go to the other site and see what happens. You have resources to try to stop me. Can you do it? Let's see what happens here, sir. I'm going.
What's your computer?
My computer is 4, but I phone a friend. I have a phone a friend here.
Will you be using it?
Well, sure. Yes, I will use it because I'm going to use it. There we go. I'm using it. He is now 5.
Okay. And I'm going to pay 3. And I'm going to throw a squeeze down there.
Going to throw a squeeze down there. Don't do that.
But I am.
But don't.
Would you like to negate him?
Well, I'm going to take a roundabout way and perhaps will.
Okay.
So, what are Squeeze's keywords?
It's got a adversary, evolutionary, creature. Are the three.
Well, what I'm going to do is do something outlandish. I'm going to do something outlandish and play the thinker as intended. change the keyword of one other key of a card played by your opponent. I'm going to change no. Well, I could. Actually, I will.
Yeah.
I will change it to healing. There's 4. I have one little Beasley.
What was the other way you were going to use?
The other way I could have changed it to an event and then use my Frohickey. But yeah, I might as well use the bean to heal. You know what? I never use the healer. I burn him more than anything. He might as well be a marshmallow. I burn him so much. It's just, yeah. So I'm gonna change him to a healing card, and I will negate that.
Would that Frohickey thing have worked?
Yeah.
Does he go by card type or is it keyword?
It says event. I don't know. It's weird.
No, one event card. I don't think that works.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm using. I
gave you the keys to the kingdom.
You did. Well, and that's the weird part about this is like, okay, so yeah, it's weird. It is weird because if everybody else likes using keywords, and then Frohickey and Langley,
they go by suit. Yeah.
Does X do it too? Yeah, X does it as well. He says adversary. So yeah, okay. Well, hooray! I have squeeze. Get away.
Okay.
So
here you go. You get a question. This is going to be game, I think.
Yes, because it is another method question, and since I have you down to threats and possession, I will ask: is your method threats?
Yes, it is.
It is threats, and so that would in turn make you the ancestor spirits.
There we go.
Yay! Woohoo! That was the first time I've ever played the Thinker.
Oh man, I actually did that in the tournament. Played the Thinker Kresge combo.
Yeah, I even had a little note over here when I was playing the tournament to remind me play Kresge Thinker, and it was a little post-it note I had on the side. I never use them ever.
Well, congrats on the win, and using it certainly paid off. So
no kidding.
And great job both of you guys on trying out some of these cards. Nathan, we didn't get to see your Sheriff Derp use his token at all, but
well, he could have. I've stacked this deck with occult stuff. So near death experience is a keyword occult card. This is what I was frustrated about. Soulbound Eternal is a occult investigation card.
Is that when you were saying the keywords aren't working?
Yeah.
For you? Gotcha.
So actually I have 2 ceremony in this deck. That is a keyword occult card.
Now I think about it, if you had used Sheriff's Derp token, I guess Mulder would have taken another point of damage too, because it basically pays for the card.
Right.
So, yeah.
What else did I have in here that was occult? I did look at
what? Yeah, Chinga's play. I had that. I had that in my hand, but it was just not enough to. I had that and abduction. I'm like, all right, well, it is not as. It makes sense. It's just not as good as abduction at that point because oh boy, they're gonna all attack each other. But
and
there was my one negate card, Dave.
And point about, since you mentioned Shinga's play, it is a cult. So and Sheriff, that version of Sheriff Derp does say discard the token at any time. So you could, because he is. Oh,
you could use him for interesting.
Okay. Yes, because he's neutral for one, and yes, like Bonacese, you could do the token thing.
Well, yeah, I severely.
You could have played an occult adversary.
I severely misplayed
that. Then I didn't. Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
I could have dropped that second Prince of Darkness on you.
I guess in that, if you did it while you had the conspiracy player, I guess Mulder would still take the damage. That's a little weird. I don't know.
I think if you use the token, I think he should still take it. If you had
mummified, even if it's off turn, it gets so freaking weird.
Yeah, well,
and breaking it as we go.
No. If you play it off turn, he would not take damage because
that's my gut instinct would be he wouldn't.
He wouldn't because it was RP card.
Right.
True. Yeah.
It says RP. Yeah. It says RP on mummified corpse, so I would allow. Yeah, I would allow. I would allow him to pull it off turn. Now that's the thing. That's once again him. That makes sense because he's doing something. He's like you said. He's neutral. He's doing something.
He's a vampire. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that one. But yeah, Chinggis Play was the only one that I had. I don't think I got to too many. I really wanted Summoned by the Stars to eventually work, but it needed the Bridge of Sorrows. Is that the one that you want
to
to?
Size, or
Bridge of Size,
or if you had the Rebel Strike in,
I probably did, because the reason I added that was
that's what I was expecting, because you could have played them for free because of that keyword.
I never got it.
Yeah.
So I had Kill Switch in there. I like Kill Switch.
Kill Switch, yeah.
Cancerous Nosebleed was from 4.
Yep.
But in the middle, Red Letter, No Secrets Here. Welcome to Hackland, because I really do like those attach ones. Those are nice, because they'll, especially when they'll pay for it. You pay it forward. You need them early. If you get them later, it seems like it's. And I did have them early, which helped out.
You must have, you put at least 3 in that deck that at least I've seen now.
Yeah,
Extra Crunchy Evidence,
Extra Crunchy UFO, and I had Hackland. So I had that.
Nice.
And
there's a search card in there too. So if you much like Street Contacts, go in and pull out an expenditure card. If so throw one in there too, help get it to come up. And if it comes, and if you don't, or sells for CP later on. If you feel I got my expenditure card.
I never get Reverber out, which is always which is, once again, I think we still all agree that he's kind of powerful. He's really powerful. I don't know if maybe he would have been would he have been an ultra rare? I don't know. Because his ability to just pull anything. Yeah, he's
not anymore.
No.
He's limited now to let me
the chosen. Place this card in your bureau section along with 2 tokens. Remove a token to select 1 card from your discard pile. Place it in your hand.
RP card. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't say it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
However, it says you can play it for free if it is an alien or. It's
no, the cost
reduced by 1.
The new version, the cost is just reduced by 1 RP.
This one says it says RP. Discount. Yeah, it says this one says this one. Select 1 card, so it does not say RP on that one. But I still would have used it as pulling an RP card out. I wouldn't have gone that route. I had Moral Quagmire.
Can I say 1 active card? Select 1 active card, or
because you can still use purple, but then
I just have the blue shield. Like, it just has the blue shield. I think that was just a choice because the text was very heavy on that one.
Yeah, it was pretty.
But it's the new version says 1 blue shield card. That's what you're selecting from there. Only. Yeah, you're not getting adversaries or stuff like, I guess, the original version. Yeah, and I know it's early. Early in the playtesting, you guys were pulling conspiracy cards, and all right, dial it back a bit. The discount's only 1 point as opposed to for free.
I like Death Card. I still got that.
Sorry, Nathan, what were you saying?
I think I was on that bandwagon of, look, you're pulling back a lot of the same kind of abusive bluffs over and over again or whatever.
It was Blight. People kept getting Blight, if I remember right. I was like,
yep, that's right. I don't think I generated RP for like 3 turns. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I mean, I hope that the new version, Nathan, and do you feel it's the new version of Werber's satisfactory? Actually, both of you guys played it last night on you and John.
Yeah,
or I say last night before, but
I think it's fine with. I think I like the idea that he's going to go get resource cards and not get everything else.
And the discount's only limited to certain keywords only. Not like any card. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a very minor discount.
I had Communist Calling card as well.
I was hoping, trader cards. Yeah, definitely.
Manipulating the circumstances. I like that one.
Scully set, right?
Yep, that's a Scully set one. Actually,
that's a great card to include in a playtest. That is a perfect card because of all the adversaries. Yeah.
Which one?
It's the play this card to provide the keywords necessary to play 1 adversary. Additionally, the adversary's cost is halved. So there's my that's my who gave you this number? So my unexpected call.
Very nice.
He goes in every deck. 5 Alarm Fire I always like, but it's just Yeah, it was just pricey, a little pricey in that. Skinhead Man I had in there. Hacking the government agencies. Alien Disguise I threw in there. 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, I think everybody puts 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 in. 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 seems
Pretty
like
much.
yeah, he's definitely. I added Trail Gone Cold from your 4.
Thank
Bridge
you.
Aside. There's Bridge Aside. There's Trepanning. I almost got the Trepanning.
So where was the Rebel Strike? Are they in there or not?
You know what? Rebel Strike is not in this one.
Okay, but there's another good abductee keyword card to benefit from.
But once again, it's like when you start lining up. I mean, you could if you could find a way to go get that, and then you know you're going to get it and go put it out there, and then you still have to wait for the other cards to come by. It's like it came out early. It was in my first hand, and I was like, all right, I might as well just play it. But and then I had my shotgun in my hand. I was going to burn the shotgun for the next turn. But
there's also a search card for abductee cards too called Stage of Abduction. So again, you can.
Oh yeah, I had that too. Yep.
Yeah. So you can like really stack your deck with like cards of the certain theme, whether you want to go traitor, whether you want to go cancer or gulag. You can throw all those in there and have a lean, mean deck that's focused on that one thematic element. And I would think it would go pretty well.
Right, but that was for getting an answer right out of the gate. You still kept me on the ropes though the entire time. I was fighting.
I thought it was going to be game over when it was like, oh, you got him down to 8 already, and it feels like we just got started.
But you know what? But that happened for their game when you played John too. That's John true. Got you really quick, and then you claw. That's the thing about this is you can get it on,
like 27 or not 27, 28, 28.5. It was like complete. Yeah, just yes, and then suddenly you're clawing right back. But by the way, Nathan, you want to guess what his X-File was from what you had left?
Oh, yeah. I suppose I had you at 5 here. We can. Let's see. Is your X-File Volcanic Spore?
It is not.
Is it the Gregors?
No.
Is it? There it is. The thrill is gone.
He was holding it up to the camera like maybe a minute before you got into the stream.
Yeah. I was like, hey,
I don't need to know.
I was just telling you, Steven. I was like, this is what I'm using. But the extra crunchy evidence, I liked it. Yeah, you were not, which is helpful because otherwise that would have been a very short game.
So I guess my question is, I know I've asked this of you guys before, but I mean, I get the sense the gunmen are still broken. What can we do to fix them? Is it the effect that, I was really trying to keep the effects, true to their respective
they are true to the respective cards, but the only problem I have with it is then 𝐸 is you're automatically going to have 3 every time. Now, granted, once again, I don't think you should say if you're playing 𝐸, you should only have 1 𝐸. It's kind of a, then why? Then he doesn't, it's not, there's no benefit to him at that point.
Right.
And once again, it's like the 𝐗 thing. It's like, So, if you have those, there's still with everything that has a token can be like mailman. You could steal it. It's just steal it. I don't know. It's
So it's Oh, go ahead, Nathan. Sorry, go ahead.
I would shave it off their combat skills. They've got to be susceptible to something, right?
Well, generally they are. Combat. Yeah.
But if you've got a team with them all together, that you've got enough 2s in there to make them actually a fairly formidable combat.
They've got
it's 5 total against
1, 2, 3, 4. No, they've got 4 long range.
They have 4 long range and 5 short range.
And then range. they're 18 collectively. So you can only add like a 2 RP agent, which is show me a 2 RP agent that doesn't have.
Why you do Kresge, but you do Kresge and he adds 2 and 2.
Yeah.
If you could even shave off,
which will give them.
7. I think once they get to close range, they're toast. Like. I don't know if you can knock a close range down off one of them or something, but
otherwise, because I take away Byers is close range, I guess.
Yeah, because
but now he was already at 1 anyway. But then you added 2. You made him 2.
I don't really. So your version has 1 close range on it, huh?
Yep. Yeah,
That's weird.
and I got the.
I don't remember changing that. I changed Byers'
I don't know how you can see. There you go. See?
Yep. Yeah, I changed his medical to bureaucracy. I really don't recall.
Yeah, I got medical still on it, but then again, it wasn't something I was ever going to pay attention to.
Yeah, he's such a weakling. Like if he gets in close range, he is going to get smoked. I mean,
yeah.
But so that's my answer because you've got. I mean, there are three main ways to attack a team if you are the conspiracy player. You can use bluffs, you can use events, you can use adversaries, right? Yep. And the three of them together take two of those methods of attack out of the picture. All you've got left is adversaries. And so now you've got to have a critical mass of adversaries that's enough to punch through that. Yeah. So I would nerf their combat even a little bit more. And
so Byers, like I'm not going to give anyone 0 combat. I think that's weird. Right. We've never seen an agent with 0 combat. Yeah. So, I mean, if I take Byers is down by 1, I mean, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's got 2 of each, but the idea is he was like the whole man of action. But
yeah, and that's
just
the thing.
One's across the board.
They are kind of a one-trick pony though, because really. I had to pull some shenanigans to get them to visit 2 sites. They have to. I mean, I was able to do it a couple times, but I had to always use Byers' ability to help Langley at some point. Okay. They don't really. They go together or they don't. I don't see a lot of. I mean, and especially since you're only looking at 2. Now, if you threw a Manners with them, you could kind of cause some problems. Just because you've got Manners with them, he's got the ability to go and get witnesses that would help to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's thematically, I think they're right. I don't know if I'd play them a lot. I like them I was gonna have to play them because it's the lone gunman. I had to play them. Now, would I? I would probably start separating them out because they got computer 10 and they got the evidence 7. But if you really, Langley goes off and does something computer by himself, and then 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and Byers go off and do the evidence collection. But it's like, all right, I guess. But you're always gonna have one guy that's hanging out by himself that's just fodder, and the other 2 are just barely gonna survive any. I mean, you wiped out almost the entire team with 1, and then
you had all your gunmen hospitalized at one point.
Okay, but it costs 8 to do. Well, it would have cost 8 if I hadn't used the die. But I mean, it was expensive to do that, right? Like, you pay enough for any adversary, and he's gonna.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Patnick still rips him up.
Patnick.
Patnick for 4 is gonna rip everybody up.
Yep.
I mean, he'll kill the entire team.
And on that note, make sure to tune in to my latest tips of the trade, which deals with the deadliest adversaries in X-Files CCG. You can bet Patnick is somewhere on that list.
No, say it ain't so. But yeah, it was. I mean, having you down to the 8 out of the gate was pretty good for me. But you basically had using the new cards, you were able to keep stymieing me, and then slowing that roll, and then you just kept asking. You had one yes answer in there that it would have been a completely different game.
Yeah. I'll get with 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, and because he's got that little spreadsheet for number crunching, and I'll see what I can do about cutting back. Like, because the thing is with the 3 of them, because I really try to keep them like
thematic.
Well, thematic, but uniform in their skills, so they have the exact same number of skills across the board. So if I take away from 1, I'm going to take away from all 3.
Well,
and so that's
no, though they don't have the same across the board.
If you count if you add them all up.
That's what
I mean.
Because you've got 2, 3, 2, 3. And then you got 2,
the
4.
Total,
No. I got you.
Yeah, so I want to keep that the same. Otherwise, it'll be like Langley's suddenly like really strong, and Byers and 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 are kind of like down here when he crunches the numbers.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, if you're. So does your little math equation there include like combat skills and things?
It does. Yeah.
I mean, I don't see, if you were to knock, let's say, one close range off buyers or something like that.
Right.
They're a little uneven, but I don't think that makes them. That's not like really elevating one of them over the other or anything.
Or I guess ultimately what I could do is instead of taking away, like if I take one close range from buyers, then I give him a bump up in one of his existing skills. I could do that instead.
Well, I'm saying why bump him up? Just reduce.
Again, I was just trying to keep him uniform, like numerically uniform.
I understand your goal there, but just their ability alone, buyer sucks. Like,
yeah,
exactly.
There's no equalizing that.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to make him suck it anymore by
but
dropping his combat rating and then not give him anything else back.
We'll drop it off Langley then, or
drop what off Langley,
or Frohickey maybe. I don't know.
I could drop one of his too. Yeah. Because I think as it currently stands, they're like all grouped together on that checklist in terms of like power level. In the 6 RP area, where like some of the other 6 RP like Patterson and whatnot occupy. So, what else in terms of like? I guess I didn't hear any issues with any other cards except maybe Mummified Corpse, but you've been singing that song to me, Dave, for a few days.
Soulbound Eternal and abduction business, but that's I think that's a pretty easy one to resolve.
Yeah, it's like so. How do you kind of keep a card? Yeah, it's logistically impossible to keep that. Like you have 2 face-up cards in the deck. What happens with now? You've got cards that are face down that are sitting underneath it that are on a face-down deck, and it's like, all right, do you just? Oh, I think I had 3 witnesses, and also, it just seems like it's too much bookkeeping to try to keep it on there.
Yeah, it is, and having to stack a bunch of cards face up on the bureau just seems weird.
Yeah, I think if Frohickey or Langley would have got abducted, I would have lost. I would have taken the cards that were attached to them off. Now, like I said, the training. I think the training, those cards are reminders, not attached.
Yeah,
it's going to be like splitting hairs at that point, but. I would probably lean towards they've learned the stuff. They still have it. I don't know what to call these cards that get attached. They're not like it's not equipment.
Yeah.
They're just, he went to a UFO conference. He went extra crunchy evidence. Did he just find it on the ground? I don't know. Maybe, but does he keep it? Don't know. But yeah, if he got, I'd say that cards that are attached to them get zapped away. I would let them zap them away from me. So
yeah, no, that's fair, and we'll see if anyone else who's watching disagrees, but I would think discarding them is the right move on that, since we do that with equipment, and we would do it with witnesses as well. So so we were happy with otherwise like Soulbound's performance though, Nathan. The abduction part aside, good.
Didn't get to use it.
Actually, one question. I didn't get to use it, but one question I had is: can you add cards at any time to Soulbound Eternal, or is it just up to 3 when it gets played?
Yeah, it's like no, not when it's played. It's kind of like with like Men in Black. You can add up to. You can do it any time. Like, there's not really a specific phase of it that you would do, but it's up to 3.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can. But let's say 2 turns after I played it, I've got a witness I want to stuff under it. I could have done that.
Yeah, I would allow it.
I was never in that position because I always needed to chuck my witnesses for CP.
Yeah.
But and that Dave, that discarding ceremony, that really hurt because I really needed to pitch ceremony for CP on that turn.
Oh yeah,
I suppose like you would only be able to do it while you're the investigating player.
Yeah.
I would say like because with Men in Black, like I wouldn't be like if I'm the investigating player, I don't feel like I should be allowed to like bluffs underneath it while I'm
like
investing.
for
That's
future,
weird.
the
Yeah.
future use. I think that if you're a conspiracy player, you put the bluffs under there for future use.
Oh, it does
or
say.
whatever.
Well, yeah, it says during his case. That's when you play them during the case, your opponent's case assignment, but it doesn't say. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no. See, even Men in Black says you can do it at any time, which is, I don't know. To me, that's kind of problematic. If you can do that.
Well, but think about it. If you spend the CP to draw cards, you draw a bunch of witnesses.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him on that. I think it's you have them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would say that I wouldn't have a problem if you wanted to. I wouldn't say no to it. Because it's a card you're not selling to beat the crap out of me with CP. So if you're putting it under there, I mean, hey, that's 3 or 4 that you're not using to buy cards to. Oh, you did have. I was Manitou. I knew Manitou was in there somewhere. I didn't have any healing cards in here. Oh, that would have been a problem.
Ooh, that would have hurt.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess then. Yeah. Let me just double check. I'm just double checking the language on here.
I wouldn't have a problem.
You may place any witnesses that modify skill checks under this card. I don't know. Oh, no more than 3, maybe
3.
One
it's
time.
almost identical to Men in Black.
It's almost, but unlike Men in Black, I did not use the at any time that you can place them under. Now, should I now?
Maybe. I mean, it would clarify it, and it's such a particular card. I don't have a problem with that. If you had the room to put at any time, that's
pretty
fine.
tight as it is. So I'll have to ask him what he can do with that. Because even 3 little words like at any time.
Oh, at any time is long enough to take up almost a line.
Yeah.
It's like at any time. Yeah, it's not quite, but it's getting there.
I can already tell looking at it, he had to shrink the font size or the text size down one from like the normal standard size. So I'll ask him. But yeah, do you guys think that at any time, whether you're conspiracy player,
I would be fine with it.
Matter, you can put them under at any time.
I think if it's going to be like Men in Black, they should be.
That was the idea.
Steven, I think we need to do something with 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 goes viral.
What do you mean? What do we like? What?
So the card does initiate combat.
It has long range.
Long range. It has no health and no close range.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not say what happens to it after that first long range attack.
Okay, so let me pull.
Someone looking at this would say, "Okay, I attack
shooting
attack
long range,
and then it just sits out there and it never dies." So we never.
Well, I think. Okay, so that's kind of one of those where, like, I just assumed, like, okay, because you only have one long range round, and that's it.
I think you just need to say that.
Okay, I mean,
this card attacks once in the long range round and then is discarded or something like that.
Okay. Oh yeah, if I just have to add the word once, that should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I had that in the.
I mean, I guess because now that I think about it, if someone were to play like running gun battle on the combat card, running gun battle on this card, they could actually get 2 rounds of long range. So I don't know if I would want that. That might be a bit too much.
Yeah.
Okay. Because running gun battle lets you have 2 rounds of long range. So yeah.
Or even if we have at some point have a combat card that I don't know, gives health or I don't know, some kind of wacky thing. I think we just need to. We've never had an adversary that
just does one and gun.
Yeah, and doesn't say what happens.
In the Blackwood set, we do. Yeah. I think that's where I got the idea. I can't remember which came first.
Is that the bees? Isn't that the bees?
No,
which one is that?
The gray-haired, not the gray-haired man, the black-haired man who just shoots and runs. Agents. This adversary only targets agents with either a computer skill. Okay. Yeah, I'll find a spot on there to squeeze it in amidst all that long text. But all right, write that down before
I think we just, because of the lack of health, you know, even if it had 1 health or something like that, I think it'd be really, really obvious. You know, okay, you have a health. It doesn't have a close range attack. It's probably going to die after the first, you know, whatever. But giving it an NA health, then it's just like, okay, does it stick around? Does it? What do we do with it after it attacks in long range?
Yeah.
I liked Prince of Darkness. Prince of Darkness,
Yeah,
pretty
Prince
good.
of Darkness is pretty good. I liked him.
That one's been, yeah, we've seen that one and Gnaw the Vampire play tested throughout, like numerous times throughout. So, and again, I'm gonna, I didn't hear any you guys speak any
no
of any issues with that one, right?
No. Well, it also once Nathan had played it, I decided to use him as a bluff because I was like, well, it doesn't pay for me to just keep using him. But ad noctem, I wish I could use, but the problem is he's
use that.
The problem is using him or using it as a it just doesn't seem. I mean, it's like, okay, it's 4 to use it, but the problem is anyone you'd really kind of want to use it with already costs. Like I never got more than maybe 6, 7 CP. So with 6 or 7 CP, spending 4 of it on an event to do it, it's like, okay, well, I would have loved to have done it. I could have done it on if I would have had it, I would have tried it on induction. But but yeah, it's like, all right. But yeah, it was one of those things where it's being that he's I think that 4 makes him cost prohibitive because everything you'd want to use, unless you just teamed him up with a little guy. I mean, you could do that, but yeah, it just didn't. For me, it wasn't cost. I was gonna eventually just get rid of that card because all the adversaries I had were 6. So being 6, that would be 10 CP to make that work for future rounds. It's like, okay, that's great and all. I would okay, but it's like that's an investment of 10, and then make sure that I can play it next turn. It's what's free, or is it half, or what? Is it free? Oh, you ignore activators, right?
You can choose. You choose one or the other.
Yeah, because that now see, okay, now I get to ignore activators, but now I've got no CP, so I'm waiting to build up that CP again to be able to afford it, or I pay him, and then maybe I might have it. He might be too. It's a good card, but it's very specific, and I think it might cost. It's a little too much for me to think about. I kept him in the deck because I wanted to play test him, but.
Yeah, and I think because it's I feel like it's not it's a bit out there in the sense like you're going to get to, because cards are traditionally, it's like you can choose to ignore activator requirements, done, or you can choose to play I'm sorry, or you can play the card for free.
Yeah.
This case, it's like you have the option to do one or the other, and we haven't seen it play test, and that's why it's on the list.
Well, and that's why I think I'm kind of tempted to say maybe make it a little less so that it's more likely to see play, because you need to team it up with an adversary anyway. And so either the adversary's got a free activators, but you still have to pay it.
Yeah.
Or it's free, but it still has to live by its rules, which I think I'd probably do that more often, because that would make it that, okay, I've got that, I've used it. Maybe you can, it kind of puts them on edge, going, okay, you just use that affiliation adversary, you've buried it under ad noctem, and then all of a sudden, well, now I know that that's there for future rounds for free. That's nice.
Or ignore an activator requirements.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that's what I would probably do, because the ignoring the activator, you spent 6 on the adversary already. Now that's another 6 that to do that, and the 4 of the ad noctem just to get it to work. And so you have to have the ad noctem to play on the adversary that you killed. So you need right out of the gate between 9 and 10, 11 CP to make that work with the 4 and then whatever. You can use it for lower level with like Patnick. I would TMO Patnick really well, but that's still anybody with Patnick is really well. But
yeah, because in that case, it's like, okay, well, if Patnick somehow got negated, or no, it's negated or defeated in combat, which it's like, does he ever lose?
No, maybe not. But if he's negated, X,
it's very hard to negate him because he's keyword
X is still the one.
of,
he is still X. I mean, you got
X. All right, X. Yeah. All right. So if he gets negated, he goes under this card.
But he has to be negated, and then you play ad noctem, because it's not you play the ad noctem, he just sits there, does it?
Yeah, because actually this card says play this card after one of your adversaries is
so it has to be after. So you have to spend the money to get him to be able to play. So there's a lot of variables that are lining up to make that work. I'd almost say like 3. I'd see 3, or I mean, I'd play him a lot if he was 2, maybe 3. 4 seems just too prohibitive to play him, because you have to play him in response to losing the adversary. So not only is that the adversary have to die, you've paid it, you've been beaten, he goes under there, you have to add. No, I guess it's kind of like one of those supplemental cards where you kind of want.
I think because the cost was sort of, I think if I'm remembering, I must have been looking at some of those Scully set bluffs, like, well, manipulating the circumstances or something, and thinking like, oh gosh, one of those bluffs is like 4, and it's
going to be 4, but it's going to be 3 down. So
but it's like you're getting to both change the keywords with manipulating the circumstances to make the adversary playable. And you're getting to have the cost.
Yes.
So, and that's for 4 as its base cost, whether it's played face down or not.
But that's a both, but yet he's 4, and you have to make a choice. And so it's that's why I'd probably see, like, I would have thought, okay, if something's like, I could see 8, 9. Once you start getting 10, 11 of your it's not worth the effort to throw it in to make it, because now you're hamstringing yourself on the CP pool, because you're bottoming out your CP pool just so that he can attack, the same guy can attack again. I mean, hell, it's considering I can grid pattern him out of there. I
can like tentatively look at 3, depending on if it gets played again in the next.
So far hasn't been played. That's the question.
It has not, and you're making a point about, is it too?
It might be too pricey
expensive for people to be wanting to play. And you also have and it's part of the reasons why I think we rarely ever see like from the Truth Is Out There edition, the what's the event that lets you search through your deck for any adversary.
Taking chances.
I use it
all the time. I used it all the time, but once again, taking chances. Yeah. Because I'd go in and find Dark Angel. So I go in and get the Dark Angel. You end up getting him out there. You get him out there, and then
you get it in your hand. You still got to pay for the Dark Angel.
But still, I mean, being able to get him in your hand is actually being able to search for a specific adversary is pretty helpful,
pretty useful.
And that's why that anything that lets me go to the deck and find exactly what I want, that's worth the price of admission.
All right. I definitely don't like. I don't like cards having. If the cost is the thing that's turning people off, it is something that I definitely want to.
Because he has to be teamed with it's very specific. You have to lose. You have to lose it.
The first part is a bit okay.
Yeah, he has to be negated or whatever. And so you've got negated or killed. And then just to be able to get him back out there, now he's sitting out there for future rounds. Now he gets to sit out there indefinitely, though, right? Like until you decide to play.
Yeah.
So
you would discard this card. You discard the card at the time that you want to use the adversary under it. So it's a resource card until you use it.
It's one of those ones that I would think that the return on investment for that is much lower than something else I could. I'd rather spend 4 on something to stop you either being in a bluff or an event or something, then to use that event to maybe hold on to something that I may or may not have the money to play later on, or the lineup of the things. Because there's no bluffs or events, for the most part, don't say you can't play them. Some of them are specific, but for the most part, yeah, you can play. There's a lot more flexibility with those than an adversary. The adversary is just like, all right, I'm kind of stuck where I am. And the bonus of being able to play them anywhere, but now I got to pay for them again. It's like, all right. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, that would be one thing that I had him in my hand the entire time. And I was like, I want to play it. But every time I had him, it was with a 6 cost adversary. And I didn't have 10 that I was willing to throw away.
Okay.
I never got over 8. I think 8 or 9 was as high as I went. So that's it. That was just my thoughts on that.
Well, that's good. No, that's what I want to hear, because we're getting deep into summer almost. We'll be deep into summer before too long, and we'll have to, like be looking at wrapping it up soon. Nathan, any other cards, season 4 or season 5 otherwise?
Just a couple things. I had Marty Glenn stashed underneath a
oh yeah, that's one of yours,
Soulbound Eternal. And what I was really trying to do was, Dave, you had I forget what it was, something to stop me in my tracks. But anyway, I had All Lies Lead to the Truth. Mm-hmm. I was kind of like, so I think Marty Glenn and all of the 2X cards, if they're underneath Soulbound Eternal, let's say I want to add 2, I think I would pay 3 RP for that plus 2 effect, right? Am I reading that right? It's kind of like a bluff. It reduces the cost by 1. Do you understand the question? So
you're
Soulbound Eternal.
Sorry, you had truth. All Lies Lead to the Truth, and I was trying to see like what connection you were drawing from there, other than you have to play a witness for that card.
Well, I'll tell you the connection. It doesn't have anything to do with my question.
Okay, sorry, that's why I was getting.
They were unrelated. Basically, I was trying to get to a point where I could pay the 5 for Marty Glenn to add 3 to a skill to get me an observation 5+ skill check with a single agent, so that I could play All Lies Lead to the Truth. Never got there. I never had enough RP. But I just wanted to confirm that if Marty Glenn is, or any of the 2X witnesses, if they are placed under Soulbound Eternal, when I choose to play them, I'm going to be paying, let's say I want one less. So let's say I want to add +2 with Marty Glenn to observation, I would be paying 3 instead of the 4, right?
Yeah. I'm just I have to keep going back to, because I have a folder for one set and a folder for another set for each of these expansions, so I got to keep going back to the other one.
That's kind of like limited
play card stored under this card for 1 RP less. Yep. Yeah, totally.
And that's like limited choices. Limited choices is X. And when you play X, if I play it face down and I want you to get rid of 5 cards, I only have to pay 4 for it. Well, 4 for it.
Yeah, good example. Yeah, exactly. So if you just want to add like 1 observation that costs 2, but then with Soulbound Eternal, if it comes with 1, you'd pay 1 for. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, good. I could never get to the point because my highest observation agent was 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to pay 5 now if I want to satisfy an observation 5+ skill check with a single agent, so I can do All Eyes Lead to the Truth. It just never came together. So I tried, Steven. I tried all Eyes, but just not in the card.
And so she was underneath Soulbound Eternal.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good, because I mean, using those 2X witnesses that you thought of, because you get some flexibility with the skill, you can choose on the fly there, and
choose higher and pay less for it. Yeah,
that's combining that with Soulbound is great.
Yeah. All right, and then Dave, the other one you had, I knew from the hosting that you had Gnaw of the Vampire.
Yeah.
And I was just I played a couple affiliation sites, and I'm just like, I'm waiting for you to drop it. I think the one you didn't have the RP, and then the second one, I think by that you had just like discarded it as a true bluff or something like that.
Yeah.
But I had 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 at the ready. So if you played him, okay, my response is 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, and all of a sudden I'm thwacking your Gnaw of the Vampire in long range, and he does nothing,
Yeah.
But again,
we had seen so many lot of the Vampire in all our games. I'm like, okay, I won't play that anymore.
Yeah.
We know it.
So I was ready.
Yeah. I do like that he went to affiliation versus agent, being able to just attack anyone. We already have a handful of those already. And so we just being able to, because Simon Gates, believer,
he's very close. Yeah.
He's pretty close, but you still spend enough to make him happen. An X or a you get X or a evasive maneuver. Oh yeah, he's not Phenomena, is he? No, he's not Phenomena. I don't know. He's a cold. That's
the
all.
Vampire, the Gnaw of the Vampire.
No. Simon Gates. Simon Gates.
He's cult creature.
He's a cold creature. So yeah, there's too many ways to get rid of him, and he's pricey enough. So it's kind of like, all right, get him out there. You can die hand him and at least get him out there, because that's why, I mean, the occult stuff is great with die hand. If you don't have that and then a dozen occult adversaries, you're playing die hand wrong.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. So, Stephen, you were really heavy in this expansion on evolutionary and occult adversaries.
Well, primordial too.
Yeah, I mean there are a fair number of primordial, but so I did a search for combat cards that work. I typically kind of focus around a couple different adversary types, just so that it's a little more targeted. Yeah. And this was a very adversary heavy deck. So I went with a lot of occult adversaries, a lot of evolutionary, and I used stuff like illusionary foe, mind control, that you can play on both of them. Never came together really, but that was the thinking at least. And
I like illusionary foes. That is one of the cards, that and ambush are the two that I'll play.
Ambush. Yep. Yeah. I love
Flaming Wall. I still want to say that Flaming Wall and the host would
about that one.
Would tag everybody with a bite from the host. Because
I'm not doing a video on that cool comp because I don't know if it works, and I don't want that video to be out there with me.
Then again, it's.
I thought we resolved it didn't, but okay.
Yeah, but we did, because I never got it to work. But that was the thought process was, all right, you're using this adversary is using those combat cards. That combat is because of this adversary. Yes. Now the Flaming Wall, of course, is everyone gets damaged in the clear long range or close or whatever round, whatever happens with the Flaming Wall. But that was the only reason I kept them, is because I don't play. It's very seldom play with killer cards anyway. But the only reason I added them because the tournament involved, it said you could. So it was like, all right, well, great, we'll add some killer cards and see what happens. But yeah, that was my thing, is like, okay, well, if that would team up with anyone being injured by the host, it just ticks down over time. You do it with a Flaming Wall, and all of a sudden everyone on the team is hurt by the host and the Flaming Wall, and they're on timers now. So that was the only thing I was like, but like I said, it's not, I don't play with killer cards. It was just a fun little experiment to see if it would work.
And so that was kind of this was a very adversary heavy game plan. I do have a fair amount of like normal, I don't know, they're more traditional bluffs, I guess, like BATF refuses to play ball and security, but I really didn't draw any of those this game, Dave.
Well, yeah, but he had 120 cards, so I mean, you were still drawing through you're drawing through fairly quickly. I mean, how many you get through? I mean, I got through only about maybe 30,
probably 40, yeah,
maybe 30, 40 cards.
Yeah, and then I comboed it up. But I really like these bluffs. I wish I could. I didn't see either of these in the last two games, but human encroachment, talismanic forces, they increase. It's 3 different skill checks. They increase the prerequisite by 2, so they're generally useful anyway. And then they allow me to play a specific occult or evolutionary adversary for free. That both of which I have two forest creatures. I have 2 Chingas play in this deck. So, but yeah, it's a big deck, so they never really,
Yeah, and that's the thing is sometimes you just can't get to the cards you want to play fast enough. It's like, and it's like, oh, that's why like what I would have given for the Bridge of Sighs. So I'm like, all right, I got that, so I could bye-bye Derpy. But
but in the case of that one, since that's more of a secondary effect, you're still getting the benefit of like you get those 3 site prerequisites you can increase. You get that regardless.
Right.
But then it's like, oh, hey, I just happen to have this in here. Nice.
See, now one of my favorites is Courage in the Bottle. I love Courage in a Bottle. That's such a good one because you knock everything down by 2, like all skills, not just 1, all skills. At least that's what it said.
John, could you clarify which one you're talking about? Should they be a little cheaper so you can afford the adversary? What are we talking about?
Oh, the bluffs.
These bluffs that we're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What are they?
I don't know. I didn't see.
2, right? What are they? I
4.
don't have it in front of me.
Talismanic Forces. This the bluff is it's if you play it face down, it's 3.
3.
Okay.
Which seems fine, but then you get to play the adversary for free, so you don't really have to.
And also because you have the option to increase any of these 3 site prerequisites by 2, and
then as an added benefit you get to play.
I think it's fairly priced.
I think it's
because you look at like say the Scully, the Smoke and Mirrors with Scully on them, like to take away -2, that costs 4, just to take minus to a skill check, So same thought process.
That's why I said with Courage in a Bottle, it's like being able to take 2 off of every skill.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I love the card and I'll play it all the time, but it's definitely one of those things that you knew you had to hosting that because that's good. Like because the best case scenario is I use it to knock somebody down so they can't start to do a skill check. Worst case scenario is I took off all his skills and I just rip him apart with an adversary and he dead.
So that one was inspired by the sleep deprivation bluff where sleep deprivation just minuses 1 to every skill, and this one is just 2. Let's take it up a notch. That's all that one really was, is just variation on a theme, just slightly more devastating. I don't recall if I feel like maybe we've seen that one played in playtesting.
Oh yeah,
but
I think I played it the last time I played as well.
Good stuff.
I mean, but that one is like that one's a gimme as far as including it because it's a useful bluff against any team.
Yeah.
I like the bluffs that are good against any team versus ones that are like, and which is strange because I play Abduction all the time, and that's very particular. You need to be Alien Investigations. In this case, you got a lot of Mulders running around, so you're gonna see Alien Investigations floating around out there anyway. But I've always been. I like the Barry cards. I like the Oubliette. I like this stuff. I like those cards that take you out of the fight for a while. But yeah, they're always good cards. It's always good cards. But yeah, I think it was a good game. I think it worked out pretty well. I was scared for a while there when I thought he was going to take some gambles. I was like, oh, he's going to guess, and maybe I get a chance to get an extra guy out of it. But
and I got a couple of revisions to make, so I'll get those. I'll get with Guillaume and see what we can do about Ursulum. I know that's going to be a little bit of a test for him. But I think if Alien Harvester can squeeze that much text onto it, I feel like we could probably.
Yeah, they got Alien Harvester. Why does it exist? Why does it exist?
I'm only using that one because it's one of the examples of like so much text on there. Walls of text, exactly. So I hope we don't have to go to that extreme, but I think we can make it work. And then Ag Noctem will shave off 1. From there,
I think it's not a bad idea. I mean, 1 would be acceptable. I might think about playing it with 3.
If that's all it takes.
Yeah,
shave
I
off
mean,
one
yeah.
to make
Well, I
it
mean,
more
considering I
appealing.
had it in my hand a majority of the game, and I couldn't do anything with it. And it's like it's not for lack of trying. It's just I just didn't have the resources to make it worth the while when I'm gonna play bluffs that are gonna do some damage or do some stop, at least stop. I don't want to, yeah. So, and how long are you gonna hang on to a card before you decide, okay, I'm just gonna ditch this as a bluff, or I'm gonna ditch it just because it's just clogging up my hand at some point. But
well, you can always use that. I think it's the FBI or the Pentagon storage facility card that Nathan will eventually bring out, right? Store that card under there, right?
That's right. Keyword secret.
Hey, keyword secret.
All right. So I think were there any others or we?
No, I think that was it.
I'm ready for bed.
Yeah,
right,
me too.
It's 1 a.m. and I gotta go post promote this new video. That's the new tips of the trade is out there, guys. So I'll put it up in Discord. You guys can watch
go check it out now.
Yeah, deadliest adversaries. All right, so guys, thank you so much for availing yourself for this playtest. Nathan, I know you got one coming up like next week or.
Yep, the 25th. It's another 9:30, and I
now.
think this one is.
What week is that?
Jonathan
𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's Wednesday. I may not be able to do that one, but well, you can follow Chasing the Dragon, subscribe to that so you can see some more playtesters. Been at least 3 or 4 playtests done on that channel, so you guys can see some more playtest action at Chasing the Dragon. And yeah, so thanks again everyone for tuning in for the live chat, and of course, please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit that like button while you're at it. Dave, Nathan, thanks again for the playtest, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And thank you everyone for watching. Please be sure to tune in for another edition of Alien Investigations. And good night. And we're wrapping up at exactly midnight. Or sorry, not exactly midnight, 1 a.m.